Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Introductions all around.
I'm just dropping the link a couple more places. I hope everybody's Tuesday night is going wonderfully. It is a gorgeous day here on the West Coast for a few of us, but not all of us. So some of us, I believe, are in very spring minds right now. My dogs went nuts with the 80-degree weather outside. I'm like, let's go do D&D in a field. Let's take it to LARPing. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a wonderful time. We're just getting set up and started here. If everybody wants to go around and introduce themselves both IRL and in campaign, that would be awesome.
Hello, folks. You know me. It's DM Helga. Papa Mo. How y'all doing? Get ready for a big one tonight.
We're gonna be like that.
Okay. Next.
I am Faye or Pan. This is my channel, Holofractal Fairy. I am a chaotic gamer, so we do this sometimes and sometimes drastically different content. My character in game is, let me show ya. Where is she? Jewel. She is a fallen Aasimar Death Domain cleric. She is obsessed with bones and has a best friend who is a Lord of Bones. Okay, they're not besties, but she is very into that situation. She's
acquainted.
She and they pronouns, and I use them pronouns. Anyone?
I can go next.
You
go next because you're up top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Layout
All right.
order.
Hi, I'm Shauna. My pronouns are she, her, and my character in the game is Simo Key, the Bugbear. She is a druid ranger, and her pronouns are she, her as well.
Exciting. Yeah. Gosh, this is exciting. Hi, y'all. I am Jamie Rage. My pronouns are she, they, and my character's name is Felmi, which is short for Fermelingua. And her pronouns are she, they as well.
Yeah.
Any pronouns are good for her.
Look at that little bean.
Look at that pork bean. I wish I could do the full blue for you, but we're rocking just blue hair instead.
One day it's gonna happen.
One day it's gonna happen.
Hi, I'm River, and my character's name is Ojezi. Currently going by Odina. They are a changeling rogue. There you go. Gender basically doesn't apply. They, or whoever they want to be. So tend to reference to them whichever way seems natural in the moment. And I guess my pronouns are she, they. Any other necessary information? I don't know.
No, I feel like we're good. Does anybody want to do a recap? I'm still dropping some links, so if it's someone
No
else,
worries.
that would be different.
So, folks, left off last week where we were at Mama's mail stop. Mama, who is also a half giant, I believe it was, had hooked us up with some nice food, and we had our friend Rocky Balboa, the waiter, who kept running around in a loincloth. We don't know why, but for some reason, one of our steadfast supporters has said that she'd like to see Rocky running around in a loincloth in the bathhouse. We said, all right, fine. For right now, we have gone out to get the wagon and the horses, and we are preparing to head towards what Mama said was the Woeful Woods.
Ooh.
And she did specify that if we go to the Woeful Woods, fire is not something we want to use in any way, shape, or form. So if we have any kind of lighting ways about us, it should be magical, but not fire-based. Just FYI.
FYI, might want to jot that down there.
Yes.
Just
yes.
did.
Any wizards or any sorcerers or anyone who has any kind of fire spells may not want to cast those. So, as we are preparing, Pan, it's up to you when you're ready. Just let me know and we can start going.
Oh, you know what? We haven't checked in with has Helga said hello?
Helga. Helga's here.
Our resident NPC who we all adore.
Thank you. Welcome
She's got a dog
in.
named Chewy. Oh yes, we should introduce the our familiars as well. This is Helga.
Hello everyone.
Her dog.
And this is my doggy. My puppy. My lovely puppy. Chowder.
We have Hawkins
Chowder. Chowder.
Oh, look how beautiful he looks with that background. He is
telling
in his element.
Look at Hockety go.
Hockety is there.
We have Bartholomew, who is not related to any other intellectual property, I swear.
Certainly not. Definitely not.
I have a ghost child who's kind of, I don't know, she's not really a familiar, but this is Iris. Long story how we adopted a ghost child, but whatever. Moving on.
We felt more protective of her than anybody.
3 days and a baby.
2 winged creature and a ghost child.
It's just usual.
Yeah, normal. So we are all then in the woods and are where we are at the bathhouse all together?
No, we are at the barn or waiting out front and helping me put the wagon together and put the horses on the wagon. This is a large, ornate wagon that Helga got when she absconded from her homeland, which is it's very German in make, so it's very artistic and Baroque, and it has danglies on it. Think like a really nice, beautiful gypsy wagon, and it's large because Helga is a large dwarf. She's not a small person, and they are going to. We're getting the wagon put together and the horses on, and we're all getting ready to load in and head on our way. And
load out.
Yeah, we have about an hour drive to the edge of the woods, and we've all decided, right, that we're going to go through the woods and not the long way around the whole entire forest, which would take us almost a fortnight. No, 2 fortnights.
I believe you can find a Fortnite on twitch.tv. Okay. I swear.
That would be a month. It would take us almost a month to go around the forest.
No, we don't want that.
We said we chose violence.
Yes.
We woke up and we chose violence.
You seem to always do that. Helga's right there with you, though.
Oh my gosh, not always. Not always just violence.
Does anyone want to sit up with me and as we go and we head towards the Wilful Woods?
Okay.
River? Oh, come on, River. Helga holds a hand out to you, and you put your hand in hers, and of course, Helga, she just goes, and you're up next to her in a second, because Helga's a dwarf and she's exceptionally strong. Because for Helga, she's a very large dwarf. She's not a small dwarf, which is pretty astounding considering that dwarves are usually around 5 foot tall and 5 foot wide. She's almost 6 feet tall and 4 foot wide. She's very big for a dwarf. So you guys are going to get in the back?
Yeah.
All right. So they're going to go.
Stretching their wings.
Yep. So we get the horses going. We got some food. We got some stuff from the inn. We're going to head out on the road. And here we go. And we travel for about an hour. Does anyone want to put up any familiars to keep an eye out for things?
I was gonna say I'm sending out my Bartholomew. I mean, it's probably during the day, so he might not be as effective right now. But
so he's going to hanging out in there with you.
I'm sending him out of the wagon to fly near us to like scope around, do some perception checks.
All right, and then Hockety's going up.
Hockety's up there. He's doing a perception check.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Let's get it.
Did you get a new tray?
No, I just
Dice?
Okay, that's 13. I haven't had Bartholomew's thing pulled up for a while.
Okay. How
15.
poorly did Hawkeye do?
I don't get a roll twice in this situation, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
Hawkeye
do.
has an advantage?
Yeah,
He has
advantage.
advantage.
Perception.
I can
Heck
do
yeah.
on perception. I can do second one.
Yes. Get it.
I'm
Yep,
doing the second
let's
one.
roll again.
Sure.
10.
10. Okay. And what did Bartholomew get?
I got a 13.
13. Okay, well, you guys, Bartholomew's a little lower, kind of hovering and zipping in and out of the, slightly forested areas around you. And Hawkeye's much higher. What's that?
I got a 10 plus 4. Sorry.
Oh, 14, even better. So Hawkeye is much higher, and with his eyesight, he sees off in the distance just a huge expanse of a darkened forest. You can see the treetops, and the treetops are, deciduous. Every single treetop is a deciduous tree, so there are no pine trees in this forest. You can see it looks like mostly oaks, mostly maples, many, many large, old trees, and the tops are very green and lush. But as you go down into the forest, it gets dark, and from this distance, you can see that it doesn't seem to be that normal of a darkness. So that's what you see for right now.
An ominous darkness. This is very ominous.
They don't call him the Wolf of Woods for nothing.
So, Jenna, what did Hawkeye see?
Prison, welcome in.
Hello, peoples. Welcome. So, Jenzi, what did you see? What did Hawkeye see?
Hawkeye saw a big forest that looks dark and scary. It's fairly ominous looking. I'm wondering, should we run a check for magic now or hold on to that until we get closer?
So as a magic check that I'm familiar with would be, we need to be much, much closer.
Okay.
So let us wait on that. So we travel for about another half an hour, and we see the forest coming up. The trees are huge trees. They're gigantic trees. They're just looming over the road. We passed the crossroads where the one was saying, this way to Vasilion, the city, and it said, I think it was 70 leagues, which would have been, I think, like I said, about a month or just less than a month to travel. And then this way was Vasilion 4 leagues. So it's a lot shorter this way. So it's kind of like a narrowing in the forest. Yes, there you go. That's the forest. Exactly.
I wish I could make Fog play transparently in front of us, but that's okay.
Ooh, bag.
Ooh, that is
it matches my bag because it's got like the little gold flex and it's all like a green
thing. It really is
aesthetic, y'all. Aesthetic.
So
carry on.
As we pull up, we see it just looks ominous and spooky is the easiest way to look at it, just like the background. And I'm looking, I pull the wagon up. Whoa! And I see some trees. There's 2 huge trees right in the front, and there's a broken down sign to the right. And you might want to come out and take a look at this. It's very, very interesting. So you guys want to come out and take a look?
I definitely want to see the spooky forest. Are there bones anywhere?
Not as I can see.
Like stretching, like,
snapping.
What's up?
We could take a pee break, Yeah. No bones. All right. I mean,
do what you need to do. So there's a sign on the ground that says, basically, this is the Wolf of Woods. Intruders, keep out. Ne'er-do-wells and fire makers, beware. death awaits.
Ne'er-do-well,
say-
no hockety.
Yeah, I'm like, well, we might be a ne'er-do-well. I don't know. We're a little.
I grow
I think
concerned.
highly of us.
The rogue is like,
No,
Mm.
I don't know
I'm
about this one.
So it's just like playing it cool.
This does feel like home to me. I do like that. I like the ambiance of the area. However, I might, I just keep my wings kind of folded back. I'm a little.
Well, the day is still fresh and new. It's only been an hour. We're still in the morning, but there's a foreboding darkness within the forest that is just you can just feel the energy coming out of it. And as you look, you hear off in the distance a and it's a wolf howl for sure, but we're not sure what directions it's coming from. But does anyone want to do a perception check of the woods face of the woods?
I would like to definitely flex my massive perception bonuses on that.
And
Okay.
I want to flex Bartholomew's perception. He gets a wisdom perception check. What's the word? Advantage if it relies on hearing because he's a little bat.
Okay, so he wants to see if he can figure out where the direction of that came from.
Cool. All right, I rolled a 13 and a 17. Yeah, Batty.
So who got the 17? What?
I got the 17 for my Bartholomew perception check for the hearing. Yes.
Did you roll it twice?
Yep. I got a 14 and a 17, so I took the 17. I just did 2 dice at the same time. That's why.
Oh, that's nice.
I know.
I rolled I rolled a check and I got a 17 on that, but my passive is still 21. And I am, I want to know if I'm the worst guy in the woods.
You want to find the worst guy in the woods.
No, I said I want to know if I am the worst guy in the woods.
Nice.
If you're the worst guy in the woods?
Yeah, I'm looking for. I want to know if I am the most ominous thing around. For I am a spooky bitch.
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay.
Am I
Got it.
maintaining most spooky bitch
How
in
much
the area?
How much?
I'm just trying to refresh my Instagram for a second. It's just
You're all
not
good.
doing it for some reason. I am looking for that request, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. 1 second. It's not no space there. There, I thought I had already done that. Now I have. Okay. And there you go. We are set. Wait a minute, hold on. No, that's not the right person. I just followed She is the Beauty. Okay, well.
She's at school too.
Yeah, I don't know who that person is, but somehow I clicked on that one. Ah, there we go.
Oh, success.
It says I am following you. You see that?
Yeah, I had to send a request to you because your account is private. So it's a follow request.
Why am I not seeing it? All right, 1 second. I'll solve this. There it is.
Technology.
Acknowledge me.
I'm just like power flexing your wings right now. Like working out.
Polar Nights, I just saw your chat. Hello, everyone who is hanging out. Sorry, we are having a
Yes, technical difficulty.
snafu, but it's fine. I hope you all are having a wonderful night. Hello. Hello,
Waves back.
Annabelle and Polar Nights.
Click.
Hope it's a wonderful time.
Okay. No longer a private account.
I was really perceiving really hard. Like, I'm like, hold on. There's something out here. Let me get my fingers on it.
Okay, there we go.
Really hard.
Hello again. Now are we working? She is the weather.
Yes.
Yay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so who rolled what for reviewing and reviewing?
I get a 17 and a 21 for the woods.
And Adina?
For a perception check?
No, did you? I just want to know if you did.
I didn't run.
Okay, did you want to have Hockney roll one now that he's closer to the woods?
Yes.
And Felmy, you had
Bartholomew rolled a 17.
17. Okay, 17.
So his cute little ear is like this.
The son just texted me.
Polar Nights commented about your dartboard and said, that looks like a scary place to sit. You'd have a dartboard. I think
We
it's
like to live
scary for the
dangerously.
dartboard, maybe.
Huh?
It's scary for the dartboard. I would not like to be a dartboard.
Yeah. I usually get more concerned of my wall itself.
Now that's fair.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I rolled a 17 plus 4, so for 21 for Hockety.
21. So everybody sees a lot right now. All right, so
Can we see? How thick is this fog?
all right, so it's not so much a fog. Basically, it's a darkness, and it's a swirling darkness. And so what you see is the trees, and the outsides of the trees, you can see leaves and stuff. Just a little further in from the trees, closer to the trunks of the trees, you see just a swirling darkness, very close to the trunks of each tree. And there's so many trees that the swirling looks like it's one big thing. But you notice that the swirling of the darkness is around specific trees. All of the oak trees have the swirling darkness. And there's so many oak trees that it just looks like it's a completely enveloping. As you guys are searching around and looking, Hockety can see the same thing from higher up, of course. And as you guys are looking at the sign and seeing that it's half burned, half fallen down, you notice that there's just there's no bodies around, but there's definitely a lot of ash and burnt things. And as you look towards the forest, you notice that there were two trees. One is this gigantic oak standing right by the entrance of the forest. And next to that oak is a fallen oak that has fallen, is burned, has been exploded at the trunk, has fallen over, and is there's virtually no leaves left on the trunk. And as you see this, you see that the one large oak that's still standing kind of is leaning towards the fallen oak with branches not moving right now, but sort of reaching towards that oak. and you notice that it looks very, very forlorn and very, very emotional. It's like the tree is weeping its fallen comrade. So, and then Pan, you rolled a what? 21?
My passive's 21 and I rolled a 17.
Okay, so as you're looking at this, you noticed at about 7 feet height these two large glowing eyes that are blinking back in the forest. You can't really see anything other than the eyes. And
do I feel like our gaze has met?
Good question.
Right. Like I'm like, okay, I see eyes, but like how? I mean, because you know,
I would say that's a question.
Fixed.
And basically, there's as you see the eyes, you hear the dirt around you say, "Go away, turn back." And you're not sure what just happened, but you notice that the eyes blinked when that happened.
All right, this is spooky plus plus. Oh no, Polar Nights. So I am going to inform the party that this appears to be a sentient flammable forest who does not necessarily want us to be here. There appears to be some eyes back there. I'm not sure if y'all are capable of seeing them, but I certainly saw them, and they left me feeling quite a bit spooked. I'm quite spooky, so.
Felmy?
I don't know if y'all could hear all that spooky "go away," but I just got a little tingle down my spine. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we have no choice but to move forward, but
that's Felmy. You always tingle, Felmy. You know that.
Yeah,
the leaves are just red flags. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
The leaves on
red
the
flag
trees
forest
are just red.
The leaves, everything about this forest is giving me red flags and warning signs. And let me just tell you, red is my favorite color.
That being said, I'd like to go in there.
Right. Danger is delicious. It's my favorite seasoning.
I would say that, are you guys still rearing to go into the forest?
Raring? No. I've changed my opinion slightly to chilled to the bone, but ready.
Okay, so the golden yellow eyes blink and disappear. And you notice that they're gone now. And a bit of, it wasn't so much foreboding as in an unrepentant anger towards others. Just a feeling of anger that has just gone away now.
I think I relate to this forest.
Yeah.
And Odina, did you hop down? Were you wandering around also?
Yeah. Currently checking my weapons and making sure I have easy access to them.
Okay, and you have leather laced boots, right? Okay.
I believe so.
It seems that whatever this creature was doesn't like rogues, because as you take a few steps, you stumble and fall because your bootlaces have tied together in some way. And you're like, okay, that's not a good thing. And Helga looks over at you. What are you doing on your... Get up! Why are your bootlaces tied together? Then Helga looks down at her boots and goes, holy moly. And anyone who has laces should check their boots. Helga gets down and starts untying her laces that got tied together somehow.
I've got laces. Do I have to roll to see if they're tied or are they just tied?
So you can. I don't think that they're just tied together. I don't think you need to roll an athletics check to try to untie them.
I'm like, that's a good prank. That was nice. Wow, I didn't even feel it. That's some good spook right there.
Awesome. My dogs react to the one stream.
So with
be looking out while y'all are bending down to untie your shoes. I have slip-ons because
You do.
Loafers.
Loafers.
Yeah.
Slides.
Bonekin stocks. It was so bad I had to.
Okay, that was
I killed the DM.
levity for the night. There it is. So we have tied shoelaces and Birkenstocks. So we're good to go. So so I was told that when I was talking to another person that we cannot have any additional characters, so I won't be using people like Yogi, Boo Boo, and Ranger Smith in here, unfortunately. Just FYI. I wanted to say it though. I had to say it. So anyway, on that note, Helga says, "We all get in the wagons. We get in. You all get in the back of the wagon. I need Odina with me and Hawkety to keep an eye out. And since the woods are dark, I think Bartholomew should make an appearance and stay available."
Excellent. Yeah, Bartholomew's on. He's
Actually,
on
I'm thinking that we're going to let Hawkety go in the wagon, or perch on the wagon, and I'll bring Felmy up top and let Odina stay inside. Unless Odina, you want to stay on the top of the wagon in the back.
No. The rogue inside me says stay inside. I'm not liking it.
And Felmy, you're okay with sitting up with Helga?
Can do.
Okay, you were worried at once. I wanted to make sure you were okay with that.
Oh yes, well, I mean, I'm a little spooked by the forest, but we got this. I trust my Helga to protect me.
Very good, very good. So
I think you look the most innocent out of all of our characters, so I feel like putting you up front is a good call. Like, if I was something spooky, I would not want to attack this being. Like, I would be like,
true.
let them through. Let them
I mean, the
through.
hearts and the eyes do it right there. That's all there is to
I
it.
definitely am of the forest as well. As a nice little latrine elf, it's kind of like my thing. So, maybe the trees will realize I'm their friends.
Yeah. And we can all just keep all of our sass into the back of the car. We'll
That's right.
It's like
That's right.
Putting your kids in the station wagon seats that face backwards. They're like go back of the car. Get back there.
Get in the back. And you're like, joke's on you, it's not a punishment because we're just going to talk the whole time.
Exactly. Beware of the cute ones. Yes, also true. That Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so as you get up into the area and Bartholomew is flittering around in front of us, I get the horses going, and the horses are a little jittery, but not too bad. They notice that it's a little scary, but they're not feeling anything. Of course, they've got their blinders on, so they're not. They're well trained. So we move into the forest. We notice that the darkness is a little cloying as we go through, like not so much a barrier, but just a feeling of foreboding. We enter the forest.
Foreboding intensifies.
Foreboding intensifies within the forest. So we're going along.
Are like the twigs and stuff like snapping under the carriage?
Or is it
there's no twigs or things on the road per se. It's just happening. It's just
okay. Like we're not actively damaging the forest by traveling.
No, it's a well-trod road, even though it's not it's not as used as often, because there is growth in the middle and there's just two tracks going through. All right, so there's grass growth in the middle and the branches have kind of grown over. So Helga's being very careful to move branches out of the way, just not chopping any branches. She's well aware of how forests are living things. As you guys move into the forest, wind starts to gust every once in a while, and you'll see Bartholomew swoop to one side a little bit as the wind comes about. And there's just, branches. Sometimes branches just seem to come down and just do this. Kind of like the branches in The Wizard of Oz on the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pick any apples. And so, it's just the forest seems alive. Of course, forests are alive, but it seems much more intent on just you guys right now, just focusing its attention on you all, going through the forest. As you keep going along, those feelings intensify. And you notice after about an hour's travel, you guys are feeling kind of fatigued from the intensity. So you go ahead and take a break, and you see a clearing coming up ahead on the right, and you decide to pull over and maybe take a break and get out and stretch and just take a look around. It's about midday now. I've been about 2 hours, not midday, so it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. And so you all pile out of the wagon and hop down and sort of take a look around. Is there anything you want to do while you're getting out of the wagon and taking a look around? Eat some food, drink some water.
I'm looking at a roll and a spell, so I'm trying to stall so you guys do something.
Okay.
I take some of my small bones from my bone bag, and I grind them up into a little powder to sprinkle onto the ground to give something back to the forest, because I feel as though this forest has suffered some loss. It just seems like something that an offering should be made to. So I give up some of my bones that, like, they're not part of a full skeleton. Like, I've already used part of the skeleton, so it's like not affecting me tons. But it is some of my bones that give me power. So I'm like, I make an offering to the
You're willing
forest.
to sacrifice the bones.
Yes. So I spread them around to hopefully garner some goodwill with this suspicious, foreboding.
Helga also is walking around. She's playing with her sword and sort of like, she's pulling it out of the hilt, out of the scabbard, and sort of like, just looking around. It's sort of a nervous habit of hers because she is a weaponsmith. She tends to, she knows there's evil afoot, and she just feels it in her bones. So she's looking around. And then
I'm sharpening my dagger of warning.
Okay, your dagger of warning.
Yep.
How much range does that have?
30 feet.
Nothing's going off just yet. Anybody want to do a perception check of any kind or any kind
Yes,
of?
I redo the perception check. I rolled an 18 and also still beat 21. Ooh, wait, you're
That's a good sound effect.
So wait, what did you roll?
I rolled an 18
18.
perception, and then I have the passive 21. So we're on the high end of sight. My
Yes,
full
a
angelic.
passive of 21. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I think she just got a ping. I'll add her back when she gets back. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. That's a strong bad reference. Wow. Great.
That was
Oh,
very. I was like, where's that
It's amazing.
Alice Sister.
It just disappeared.
The internet did a bad.
It's okay.
Mine does that all the time. I'm the queen of that.
The internet was like, "Hello there, goodbye."
Goodbye.
Why? Goodbye.
The spooky forest momentarily grabbed you. And that's
Okay, so as you guys are looking around your perception, you notice that the swirling darkness again is more distinctly around the specific oak trees that are infrequent around the forest. There's not as many of them as you thought at first. There were a few at the front, at the entrance, but almost like guardians of the forest at the entrance, and then they sort of thinned out. And you notice that by this clearing, there's a few, but there's there's not a lot of oak trees around right now, and you determine that you would like to maybe do a check on something else, like someone was talking about earlier. Someone had mentioned to check on another aspect other than visual.
Oh, my hearing check?
Yeah, that one.
Yes, Bartholomew.
Yes.
Bartholomew going to do a hearing check.
Yes, I'm going to do another hearing check. Hell yeah. Okay. So he gets his advantage. So I rolled 2 dice and I got, I can't even read this one. It's so dark. Ooh, a 16 and a 17. All right. So I'll take the 17 and that is a perception check, which is wisdom. So he gets a +1. So that's an 18.
All right.
For
With
hearing.
that, Bartholomew notices that as he's flirting around, that he hears snuffling. Definitely snuffling. And
Like a pug?
what's that?
Like a pug?
Right, like a cute little
It
puggo,
would be a very large pug that would be snuffling.
like a
But
buller.
As Bartholomew hears this snuffling,
Like a that?
no,
Right, is it sad or investigatory?
It's more like a
Huffs.
Why don't you do the snorkel?
more like huffs.
I know.
Yes,
We just wanted to hear the
and
snuffling.
one loud one
You can't say
occurs.
snuffling and not do it.
Yeah, one loud one occurs, and Chowder, you just see Chowder punch, and his hackles go up.
Oh no!
This is Chowder.
Oh, you're doing it. This is also Chowder.
That's also Chowder.
What a good chowder.
Chowder is not a small puppy. If you want to
No, but he's the best
Chowder.
puppy.
Big old floofy boy.
His hackles are rose,
Skirting boy.
risen,
Good boy.
boy. And
What'd
you
you see?
just sort of see him punch down, and his hackles go up, and you just hear him going.
All right, I think we should go investigate.
And you need to determine whether you want to. Should I stay or should I go now?
I mean, I want to know what it is. Yeah.
So you want to try to investigate what it might be and where it might be coming from? Because
Yeah.
with your roll, you know that it's coming from here's if you have the clearing in front of you and the wagon is to your left and the clearing is sort of in front of you and the wagon is sort of sitting there between you and the road, you definitely know that the growling you hear is coming from the right. Okay?
Okay.
And you don't see any of the yellow eyes as of before. You just hear this growling.
Is the growling, so it's coming from a thicket of trees, but not oaks? Like there is...
Right. It's a thicket of trees, but not the oaks.
And it's...
It's nowhere near the oaks.
Okay, just normie trees. And
Yes.
Is it dark over... like, I can cast light at will. Is it time to do that? It's not fire. So if we need to see in the light, I can do that.
Before you cast it, you hear a large creature rush through the woods. And you hear some indistinct mutterings and loud noises. And as you hear this, you see in the distance through the fog of gray and smokiness a large creature with huge ears, almost a yellowish coat. You can just barely make it out. Run towards something else. And that something else was the thing that was snuffling. And you just hear it go, "Run, run, run," and it just runs off. And then the large creature that sort of melts back into the woods.
Oh, man. Did y'all see that?
There's
Don't like it.
there's something a creeping out there.
Yep.
I feel like there's 2 things
like it.
creeping out there.
Yeah.
Should we see if any of them are friendly?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we have some food. I believe we have all squirreled away some bits and puffs.
Oh, yes.
and
You
little
hear as
places.
you're
Suppose
looking
we can-
around and seeing this, you hear the dirt sort of go.
I gave you my bones, dirt.
So I need you all to roll a perception check,
Okay.
including Helga.
19.
20 plus 4.
For my perception,
You got a nat.
17
nat 20.
plus 4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you got a nat 20, then ew.
Hey, come here, Ben. Are you wanting to come here?
Apparently, get a Maya he for nat 20.
I love that song has been on TikTok lately.
Has it? I haven't found the Maya haha TikTok side
There's
yet,
that one, and there's
but I'm ready for it.
I think hamster.
Okay, as you're all looking around after that, hearing that scuffling and ruffling, you hear but don't see anything. You've heard something run off and chase something off, but you don't see anything. And even with those great, you said you rolled a crit 20.
Yes.
Well, you rolled a crit 20.
Plus
Okay. Okay. So even with
Plus what?
with the crit 20, you just make out a form in the woods. And what's weird is, as you're looking at the form, it's shifting in shape. And you're trying to figure out what's going on. And as you see this, out from the woods walks a dwarf.
Hey, little Met Traveler.
And you're
Please
wondering,
help us.
oh, hello? Welcome?
No.
So the dwarf decides to, walk in and say,
Kindred, you go too loudly in the forest. My husband's
Hello?
always said the trees here are alive. You don't want to upset them.
"You're welcome."
No, we certainly
Hello,
don't. Hello.
Hi, we didn't mean to upset them. We actually tried to be nice. Are you here to help us?
We've been on our tippy toes this whole time.
I have chased off the werewolf,
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's such a huge
but they are
help.
persistent here. They'll be back.
Good news. It's not good news. It's not my favorite news.
The Two Towers flashbacks.
I am Oli Iron Maul of the Shadowed Green.
Someone write that down, please.
My husband, Silvaro Northwind, is the cleric who lived here.
I'm so sorry to hear of his passing.
I remain in his memory. He protected the forest and those of us who live here.
When did he pass?
Too recently and too far distant memory to recall.
Has the forest been chaos since?
Forests are always chaos. Have you seen a forest before?
Oh yes, honey, I'm an Eladrin elf. You make a great point.
Did he pass of natural means?
He was slain by a wizard with fire and darkness. We don't like wizards here.
There's no wizards here.
You got no wizard. I personally don't know any wizards. Do you know any
Well,
wizards?
sorcerers. There may be sorcerers, but not wizards. No.
For once, finally.
Where
Wizard
exactly
face,
are
right,
you
Bane?
bound?
Wait, say it
What
again.
did you say?
Where exactly are you bound, Kindred?
We are heading to Vasilion, the city, through the woods. We must reach that area and visit the queen. We have something for her.
You might consider going around the woods. This is no place for kind folk such as yourselves.
We do not have the time. our needs are vast and great, and what we hold and carry for the queen is, how should
I
I
got
say?
I have the lunchbox cooler and I go, yeah, this has got a like taps it expiry date on it.
What she said.
I don't think I want to know.
Would you be willing to take coin for a escort through the woods?
Well, I also I am a fellow cleric. Perhaps one I don't know how this will fall on your ears. But as a death domain cleric, I am sworn to avenge those who have died and take care of any dying requests they might have had. So, maybe we can help each other out. I would love to help heal this wound of your lost cleric love.
Perhaps. Perhaps. I will help you get through the woods. If through the woods is where you're determined to go. But
You'd be our guide?
I wouldn't recommend it. There's quite a lot of danger here. And not from the trees. The trees are like little puppy dogs compared to this danger.
That's good to know.
There's a dungeon. There is a dungeon in the heart of these woods.
Dungeons. We like dungeons. I like
and it is filled to the brim with werewolves. Not the good sort. Not the good sort. These are not good people. They'll kill you as soon as look at you. And not in a kind or quick way.
I've not known very many good werewolves myself.
I don't judge.
Kind
I don't
clean
judge.
kill.
I've known plenty. They're like any other folk. They can be evil or good. These ones are not so good.
Ah.
We are quite a formidable crew despite our appearances. However, that does sound like something I would love to avoid. Is there passage around the dungeon or is it impassable?
The only way through the woods is via the dungeon.
Oh no.
Right.
But it's quite a long way from here. This forest is very large. And you look tired.
That's true. That's true.
Well, we had just a lovely spa day at the
We did just have the best bathhouse day. Oh my gosh, I feel so
Rocky
refreshed.
Balboa. Why didn't he come with us?
I just don't understand. I wish. We tried. We made a good argument.
That sounds very peaceful. If you need a place to stay for the night, there is a place that you can stay. My hearth isn't much, but it's contained. Fire here can only be contained. And you may rest there, if you're so inclined. You'll need it for the journey through the woods.
So
But
these
It'll take a
werewolves,
while to get there.
these werewolves that you speak of, are they the bane of the woods? I like fighting things that are the bane of the woods, or the bane of anything.
They're not my favorite. They're not as bad as fire wizards. They're not ideal neighbors, but they mostly leave people who live here alone. They, much like us, don't really care for travelers.
Who lives here in the woods other than you yourself?
Say that one more time, Kindred.
Who lives in the woods other than yourself?
Ah, well. In the woods, we have a small band of people of the black blood. Lycanthropes. The werewolves are unfortunately in charge, but there are other lycanthropes that are not werewolves that are unfortunately caught between a rock and a hard place, as it were. The forest used to be full of dryads, absolutely full of their song and their the beautiful light filtering through the green leaves that were vibrantly alive with their presence. They follow the god Malar, the werewolves do. And Malar has cursed this forest, cursed the dryads. It's been a much darker place since then.
This curse, do you know much about it or where it originated or the central location of its power? Is there something? I have some experience with curses.
The
It's
heart
true.
of the evil in this forest is in the dungeon.
Ah, yes.
That is also where the heart of the good of this forest resides as well. It seems Malar has captured the Dryad Queen, Ase. And none of us have been able to free her, despite our best efforts.
Ah. It seems like it would be a worthy mission to try and fare through this dungeon. If it's
I alone have not been able to attempt it myself, nor with my comrades who live here, but perhaps with worthy kindred such as yourself, perhaps we could do this thing.
Well, if you are willing to
This sounds very
set
interesting.
your hearth, we would love to share our
What do you think, Shadow?
visions from
Shadow,
traveling.
do you think we should go help? Do you want to kill the werewolves too? Shadow wants to go.
Oh,
Chowder's like a boy.
may I
trust
pet
Chowder's-
your dog?
Oh,
You want to pet my dog? Oh, sure.
He looks
Chowder.
lovely.
Shadow is a very nice dog. He's very good. Good boy, Shadow. Let the other dwarf pet you. Here you go.
I will hold out my hand so he can sniff it.
What is
Drool all over your hand. Blah, blah, blah. And he goes,
what a good boy.
And he goes, and he coughs up a hairball, and
just for you.
he's kind of taken aback. And why would he have a hairball from a dwarf with regular skin?
Oh goodness, you must perhaps feed him more fish in his diet.
Must have, yes, yeah. You're right. I must do that.
He's quite fluffy. It looks like he's perhaps gotten a hairball from that.
He starts sniffing you.
You're a good boy.
I think his diet consists mainly of puffs.
Scratches his ears.
Yes, but I do give him croissants sometimes when no one's looking.
Giant neck.
Giant neck.
Yes.
If you're a regular sized dwarf, you're reaching up to do that.
I mean, like sort of
like a horse-sized dog.
Imagine, lion. One of those lion mastiffs that goes to attack lions that they have in the Middle East or somewhere.
I
The
would take
lion mastiffs.
great pleasure
Yeah.
if you could kill these werewolves that killed my husband. You see, their leader is, well, among other things, he's evil and he's also very rude. He doesn't speak highly of women.
Well,
We don't like his sort here.
Well, you know what? I would be happy to avenge your fallen wonder. I mean, he was the guard of this whole beautiful forest. Like, we could totally help with this. And you've been so lovely, and you protected us from the werewolf that was like ready to eat us. I am super down for this. I say we have a quick chat by the hearth. We suit up and we get out. Ready.
You'll want to know.
I kneel down on one knee and like flourish my inky blot angel wings, and I say, "It by the honor of Miracle, it is my sworn duty to avenge, anyone who has passed and is worthy, especially if they were killed by evil beings. There is nothing I hate more than seeing evil deeds go unpunished. And so I dedicate myself to your cause."
Yes. And I go and try to do some sort of cool flourish to it. I'm like, yes, me too. That looks nice.
You know I'm there because Charlotte wants to go too.
Oh, good.
And if Charlotte likes you, I like you.
Darling.
Something
Yeah.
important to know. We do not know this werewolf leader's name. He is only the Bloodmaster.
That's a
What kind of title is that, really? Bloodmaster. So unoriginal. He uses, our blood blessings to control all the were creatures. And it is entirely possible that the werewolves here are not actually bad people, but we've never known them not under his influence. They deserve a second chance as well.
Sounds like if you take out the head, you free everyone.
Something
It's just getting to the head that's going to be hard to do.
Something important to know.
Scribbles, we love traveling. We are always on the road. You can you can join our party.
Something important to know is the forest does not like when you kill people who live here, even if they are evil.
Mm.
So I suggest you save the death for the Bloodmaster.
Ooh. Oh. So should we
Use
just like
any other
Expelliarmus?
method.
Okay.
As long as I can collect the Bloodmaster's bones, I am so happy.
The forest
And
doesn't
also-
want them. The forest will happily relinquish you his bones should you be able to gain access to them while he is no longer living or animate.
What a nice mediation night there. Like that.
We have no
I am suddenly like full on enthusiastic, not like showboating enthusiastic. And I'm like, oh, evil guy bones. Let's go get him. All right, let's go stop at your house. Let's go.
Can't wait to see where you throw down Hearth.
So I am kind of in the back, hiding behind everyone else, staying quiet and just perceiving what's happening and trying to kind of not participate. I'm very suspect of everything that's going on right now. I'll
You're not
follow and
excited about
support
going
the
and fighting
group.
werewolves?
Yeah, I'm going to follow and support the group because it's the safest option at the moment, but definitely suspect about everything.
Well, and you saw the I think who saw the magical girl transformation in the woods before Shauna rolled out? Did we all see that?
What?
I think
No,
only-
the transformation.
There was like a transformation thing happening, and then
Right.
Chowder caught some hair in his throat. And
Yes.
I'm a little suspect about all of it.
Because you were the one that got the nat 20 on that, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
So you're kind of sort of hanging back going,
don't like it.
Be suspicious.
Seen something like
Be
this
suspicious.
But it's like, it's the awkward thing where I'm like, if I raise the suspicion to everyone at the moment, that's worse. So I'm just like holding back and kind of watching what's going on.
okay. As rogues tend to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we
No, it is.
we have this Helga's incredible, luxurious, but not the royal carriage. Do we have room to?
Or is there a safe place we can put it and store it for the night? Do we take this to your abode, or do we just leave it here? What about the horses?
Just like fondling the dagger of warning.
Horses generally don't last very long here if they're
Not
left
my
unattended.
babies.
If they're left unattended,
Not my babies.
so you might be better off bringing them with you. I
Okay.
wouldn't leave them by themselves.
Well, how far from here is your place of his place? Is
Oh,
this-
several hours yet. It's a
Okay.
very large evil forest. I mean, dark forest.
We can
Okay,
fix
so
our-
we are going to follow you through the forest or on the road? Will
We
you
can
sit
take
with
the
me?
road for about 2/3 of the way, but then we'll need to leave the road. It's not safe at that point.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay. All right.
So grateful we have a guide.
So So you
Wait,
all
who
three
lost?
use the back of the wagon, and I believe that Oily, you will sit up here and ride with me and point the way as we go, and say when I would have to turn off the road. And at that time, we will take care of the horses. I think I have an idea. Does that
All
sound
right,
good to you?
that will work. Yes.
Okay. So
Helga hasn't.
Yeah.
The carriage has not been made invisible yet, right?
No, it has not.
Is that something that we should discuss? And if the forest can
So that's
see
a good
right
idea. Oh, yes, I will do that. I will do that. Okay, so everybody get in. Everybody get on top. I will take care of this. 1 second.
Hut, 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 hut.
Everybody gets
I
in.
look back in.
And so Helga does her magic that she knows for this, and she casts it and spends her ritual time of casting it. And as Oily is sitting there, they look down and say, "Huh." Or they can't see their hand in front of their face. They basically have disappeared. It's an amazing ability that she has. So, actually, it would be no. It's actually more along the lines of Oily reaches out like this, and their hand passes through the invisibility, and then comes back. So it disappears and comes back. That's what I meant to say. My bad. You don't disappear. The wagon is enveloped in a cloak of invisibility. So there we go.
So Felmy and I are in the back, right? Or wait, all three of us?
All three of you are going to be in the back.
I didn't realize that we could make things go out of the range of invisibility and not, and I am very entertained by that. So I am messing around with that in the backseat. Like I'm like, ho ho ho, like putting things like out through the little like window slats. Like, look,
Okay.
like I didn't know that was a thing, and I'm like, oh my god, guy, look at this.
I'm immediately entranced as well. I'm like, this is
you know what?
best.
We're doing it with Iris. We're showing her things disappear.
Yes.
Oh, Iris is out. Hi, Iris.
Iris, come
we're
here,
like,
check this out.
Nice. And like we're more entertained than she is. She's like, cool. I'm usually invisible, so like
That's my magic too.
Like, okay, I can't hold.
While you all are doing this, Helga is up on
That's
the wagon and started the wagon going down the road.
Yes.
So a few hours pass.
I just want to pause real fast, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that is hanging out in the chat. We appreciate y'all so much. I don't want to break every second to read all your comments, but I am reading them. We have them up on the screen. We love y'all. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate you so much.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, please keep the comments civil and keep the comments non-misogynistic, please. Because that is what we do here.
Yes. Oh, Lock Hunter, welcome. Yes. Does anyone take a momentary bio break? Maybe we can have a like 2-person discussion in the car for 1 moment.
I actually do, so that would be fine with me.
I mean, I have to pee.
I also could use a quick bio break.
All righty, folks.
Excellent.
Right.
Hold on, we're
I
going
will
to take a quick
turn
break.
off my camera and mute, and I'll be right back.
Tommy's gonna go pee.
And I am going to do the same damn thing because I had a lot of tea, and that tea went right through me.
I'll stay then until some of you get back.
Yeah, I can stay for a bit.
Yeah, we'll stay for a second. So, because we both have super high perception, River and I I am like, did you see something kind of weird in the woods back there? And I'm sitting like right next to River. Well, I don't want to leave it empty, Tom. I adore y'all's voices. Someone said that they really liked my streaming voice the other day, who is also a streamer, and I was like, I never considered that people had opinions about that, and it like melted my heart. So we're kind of like, we're both suspicious. just generally. We're like, well, because we're both a bit chaotic. We're not like exceptionally good people. We are just like we're not winning any Nobel Peace Prize awards. I don't think either of us.
No. I'm like, as we're getting closer, I'm like, no, I don't think this is gonna work as a hood as much as I was hoping it would.
It kind of does. No, just put it like that and do it. There you go. That's a hood.
Yeah.
Tom, are you laughing that we're not both good people? So thank you so much for hanging out. I don't know if we did a recap where we mentioned Rocky, and he's just all of the party's crushes now. We are remembering Rocky in his loincloth with he was very muscly, he was very sexy, and we're remembering him on that car ride, and we're like, this forest is spooky, and what if we have Rocky here?
Yeah.
What would he do? Nothing. Just go.
Yeah, that's motivation. We need a little mascot to protect. I
like the hood.
Is that the chaotic good? Yes. We're all
I'm suspicious. And I'm hiding.
It's the rogue hood. I love it.
I mean but your other character I can't say.
So
okay, I'm gonna run and go to the restroom really fast. Now that
okay.
we have you back. Why don't you?
Why am I stopped?
You're not stopped.
Huh.
Did you pause Twitch? Are you also watching it on Twitch? Oh, just as a FYI.
How do you pause Twitch?
Here at home.
Oh, there it goes.
If you mouse over to the left, I believe on the screen, you can see all of our character sheets because we are using D&D Beyond, and we have some cool integration there. So you
how come it's not showing Smokey?
Because she's got her thing turned off. Felmy and Smokey turned off. Correct? Am I correct? Okay. I'm running to the restroom.
Okay.
Oh, I see. No, okay. Nope, there. Nope.
Okay.
No worries.
So Shauna's back.
Hey, Storm.
I'll be back.
How's it going, Storm? So. Oh. So how are we doing so far? Shauna. Hello. I was going, hello. How are we doing so far?
Good.
Chill.
Good.
That's pretty much how it goes every night. We have fun.
Chilling.
We're not high pressure. We role play when we can, and we bring emotion when we can. That's what everybody expects us. Compared to the original crew, it's much more laid back and fun.
Yes,
That
well,
is for sure.
Luck Hunter is in my Sunday night group.
Oh, hello.
Over there, he is a Tabaxi Ranger, who is delightful. And that's the campaign in which I play a Dragonborn barbarian named Rivera, who is extremely earnest and very large and joyfully angry when she fights with her enormous sword.
I have to say, as a DM, I love the fun fighters that like to get in there and just scrap.
I'm excited to see where her character arc goes. She's going to be cross-classing at some point in a way that makes no sense with her stats, but makes absolute sense with her character.
Those are my favorite cross classes because I also think it takes the pressure off of it because it's just like more narratively and chaotically based. So you just have fun.
Yeah, she's going to be at some point. She will be a barbarian paladin cross class.
Mm.
Yes, I had not planned on being a character in my own campaign.
Well, I think it's great.
Yeah, I was like, okay, sure.
Yes, Luck Hunter's character Solitark is a far-traveling Tabaxi ranger who really enjoys like trying new foods and cultural experiences at the towns we're going to, and it's absolutely delightful.
Yes.
Then they would love to have some of the puffs that we have that were controlled by the what was it? What mafia was that? The Tiefling Mafia.
Tiefling Mafia.
Yeah, the Tiefling Mafia is
Tiefling forever.
We stole some stuff from them, and they're after us.
Casually, it's fine.
Whoops!
Sure, we can charm our way out of that. It's sometimes I forget because my other campaign that's been on pause for quarantine, I'm a half elf bard, and I'm like charismatic as fuck, of course. But like all my other stats are just garbage. And I was so useless in battle that my DM gave me a staff of healing so that I could also like lazily multi-class in cleric.
Sure, yeah.
So every now and then I'm like, oh, you know what? We got this. I'll just use my staff of. Nope, I don't have that in this game, and I'm not a charismatic elf. I am a chaos elf who's ditzy. All right.
Whoops.
Let's go with what we got here.
Yeah, in my other campaign, I'm a dwarven battle bard named Beldora Ironmaul. Yes, I borrowed her last name.
Yes.
For Oling tonight. So yeah, it's real weird.
I'll watch your campaign.
Yeah, we don't currently stream either of them, but you never know what might happen in the future.
Yeah.
If y'all have some socials you want to shout out, feel free to do that while we are.
Sure. So I actually do live tweet my my other campaign, not the Sunday night one, but the less frequent one in which I'm a dwarven bard. So if you are interested in following that, you can look at the hashtag Fistful of Mithril. Or follow me on Twitter at She Is the Weather.
Excellent.
You can live stream on Twitter?
No, I don't live stream. I live tweet.
Which is better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, cool.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
I should have put on Twitter, but whatever. We got it.
Fistful of Mithril is a freaking amazing name.
We have our collective. This is called oh my god, Feminem.com is our collective. It is we're looking at the founders right here basically. We are you back? Yes. You've been adopted.
Oh, thank you.
We are a little art collective. We are all either neurodivergent, queer in some variety, or a mix of all those things. Yes. And so you can check out some of our merch on there, different ways to support us. So if you're feeling it, you go check out our website. Also go check out She Is the Weather on Twitter for
and of course we don't want to forget.
Oh yes, sisissus.com is Mo's podcast.
Which will be happening in March. That's when I'm going to be doing it.
Yes.
That's what I'm starting.
Ooh.
Coming
right now,
soon
I'm doing
to
TikTok though. I am doing the TikTok.
I was gonna say, make sure you make a TikTok about it when you start doing your podcast, because that is what I am most likely to see.
Nice. Well, I'm trying to catch up on KDO's podcast.
Yes, it does mean that
Patrick's podcasts and the other 35 other podcasts that I'm trying to catch. There's only so much time in a day. I can only listen to so much stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. And yeah, Scribble, I've been adopted. It is fun.
He's been found.
I've been found.
Founders. All right. So
where we left off, folks, is we all had to go to the potty. And
we took
now
a little bathroom break before we left to go to the bathroom.
Please, someone tell this ADHD brain where we were, because I have forgotten.
We were at the heart
we just
with our
piled
news
into the invisible carriage.
Yes.
And
okay. We are just traveling
to
the Ollie's abode, and we're on that road right now. Of course, anyone wants. Well, let's see. I'm going to go Helga with the perception. Helga's perception is terrible. Oli, did you want to see if you perceive or can you perceive anything that we might need to worry about as we're traveling?
I mean, watch out for werewolves, you know.
Well, yep, got that part. Yeah, definitely.
And if you see my accent anywhere, please tell it I'm looking for it.
Okay. Absolutely.
She comes and goes, as it were.
It's the same with
Helga's accent goes off for little breaks too.
Every now and then I catch one of them because they're catching, and then I throw it elsewhere.
Yes, it's just there it goes. I've lost it again. Oh, damn it. So, we are traveling.
I want to
traveling
do a perception check on
but I thought you were still flying outside.
The back seat. Now that we're not directly, like, she isn't facing us, so I'm in the back seat and I'm like, who is this? I mean, like, I'm all about it, but who?
Oh, so there's a split back door, so you have the top of the door open inside, so you can see out the back, but nobody can see in because it's invisible.
Yeah, it's like the taxi.
You want to look
slider,
out the back,
right?
Huh?
It's like the taxi slider.
Yes.
No, it's just like a double door barn door. You know those doors that they have for horses that have a bottom and a top, then one top opens in the bottom.
No. I want to perception check Odie because I'm like, who is this person? Whose house are we going to?
Oli.
Do I? Yeah. What?
Oli. O-L-I.
Oli. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I want to do a perception check on Oli because
so basically you hit the slider, so you see
Y.
Oli's feet. They're boots right now. So you do a perception check. Go ahead and do your perception check.
Yes.
And do you have to throw a savings throw, Oily?
I have a 24 perception check.
Try that again.
Not oily.
One more time.
She rolled a 24 perception check. Do you need to do a savings throw? I don't think it will work.
I strongly doubt that would work, but if they were to try such a thing, what would it be?
She's trying to perceive if you are a dwarf.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I don't necessarily know that there is a potential for her to not be a dwarf, but I am like, are you of this forest? Are you lying to us? Are you who you say you are? I mean,
I am of this forest, and I am who I say I am.
You know, are these shoes that have been walked in recently? Do they have mud on them? What am I? I mean, I got a 24, so I guess what you got for me?
Only you can tell her as much as you want to. Tell them as much as you want to.
You see a dwarven monk, plain clothed and sad around the eyes. Not much to him. You sense that he's somewhat diminished from how he used to be.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's good.
Anybody else want to do anything before we get to the abode? All right. So we're pulling up. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to have Hockety do a perception check around the house and see what's going on.
Okay. Well, we have Bartholomew. Are you outside of the house or inside the house?
That's great. Bartholomew is going to be better because Hockety.
Yeah, Bartholomew just rocked it too. 18 plus 2. So Bartholomew got a yummy 20.
A yummy 20. Okay. Bartholomew can hear better than he can see, of course, being a bat. And Bartholomew senses and hears lots of things moving in the forest right along with the carriage.
Ooh.
But as you get closer to the abode of Oli, they tend to stop on one side. Your abode is going to be on the right, correct? Oli, your abode will be on the right. The trail to your eye. Okay, so on the right, he notices that it's sort of sloughing off, and everything is moving to the left, away from where their home may be. Does So that's where we're at. And then we're just pulling up to the trail that leads to Oli's house. So
I would recommend leading
everybody out.
your horses. I don't think the carriage will survive this path.
Okay, dokie. That sounds good to me. So we take the carriage and we move the carriage close to the woods. We put the carriage in there, leave it hidden, and we take the horses. And as soon as we disconnect the horses from the carriage, they're visible. So Helga takes the reins of both the horses, locks up the wagon. All right, take every supply you might need: weapons, food, potions. Take it all. We will leave nothing here, and just in case, I will put a spell of entrapment on the wagon, just in case someone decides to play with it. They play with it. We will find them here when we get back.
Beautiful.
I'm
I like that
gonna
technique.
just shove a bone in the ground in front of where the carriage is to mark it, because I'm not gonna find that, and I don't want to trip on it. I want to be able to find that carriage and pile into there real fast. I know
right.
the dangers of invisible transportation, and I am marking this. I don't want to trip over it. I don't want.
It's the proverbial tennis ball on the rebar here.
Yeah,
We're making sure no stubby toes. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
And I go, oh my
Okay,
God, that's so smart. Thank you.
So I've got the horses, and I'll be bringing up the rear.
Practical magic.
Oli is leading out the front, and whoa, okay. I have too many windows open. The windows are open there. Okay.
Oli is walking tiredly.
Oli is walking
with his staff in hand, leaning on it a little.
But you are still leading the crew, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Does Oli have anything that he's carrying that I can like assist with? Because like I see that there's an air there, and I'm like, I want to help. I'm gonna help.
He appreciates your offer, but he's fine.
He seems quite capable.
So as we're walking along, Oli says, just follow the trail. You'll see where the home is. And disappears into the woods rather quickly.
Uh-oh.
So Helga stops for a second and says,
My brain
okay,
just gave
okay, was that as creepy as I thought it was? Did you just see that little dwarf disappear?
Oh no.
Don't like it.
Okay. I'm going to keep walking.
Is
And
there
as we're walking along, we hear a what tool in Helga's accent.
Probably.
No dwarves here. So we keep walking, looking, going down the trail. It's a fairly well-traveled trail. No dwarves here, not for 30 years. You just keep hearing these voices in the woods saying these things from around the trail. Not for 30 years. Not for 30 years. And so we just keep walking. We're gonna, Helga's set. She's going. She's heading forward. You guys all want to keep going?
I mean, yeah, I'm following Helga, right?
I want to do a survival check on
Ooh,
the
Gust of
area.
wind comes by, blowing our clothing around, leaves and debris around.
Yeah, it is. We keep getting just into like closer and closer spooky circles to the center of the spooky capital of
Spooktown.
Spooklandia. Okay.
Spooklandia, yes.
Spook Nation.
I would like to do a survival check on the path.
Okay.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh,
So that would be a
Oh,
23. So I'm looking for the types of footprints that have traveled this path, the sizes of the feet that have left footprints on this path. Are they dwarven? Are they werewolfian, lycanthropian?
fine.
Are they recent, other than the 30 years? Or is my main Boy Scout inspection.
okay. So you look around and you look in front of you. You see no footprints. Very creepily, there's no footprints at all. You look behind us, and we aren't either leaving any footprints on the path.
Oh, good.
So there's no footprints on this path
Good.
at all.
Good.
Is the area outside of the path completely wooded? Is
Yep.
there?
Guys, have you noticed the foot thing? Breaking out.
I like try to like scuff my foot on the ground, and I'm like, what?
And
Okay,
nothing happens
okay.
to the ground. The ground remains just like it is. You can't see any scuffing or footprinting or digging in the soil.
I take a copper out of my bag and I flick it onto the ground. I want to see if it hits the ground.
And it disappears into the ground.
Oh man, I'm glad I chose a copper. I was gonna
is
give the
that
ground a
head or
gold,
tail?
but we don't know if this bitch was rich.
Well,
Yeah, I had a bet on that. No heads, no tails. Psych, it's Faye. The Faye have it now. Wait, but I am a
and
Fae.
As the coin disappears, you hear cha-ching.
Woohoo! See, that's good.
We're in spooky Vegas, y'all.
We're in Spooky Vegas, and everybody knows that a
Nobody
donation flies night. It's like
Your
tip.
donation
just
was
tip
appreciated.
Excellent.
Is that why the bones didn't work? It wanted money instead.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. You never know. Could just be coincidence. It's a singular trickster lycanthrope. It's like sick. I love copper.
So we keep walking, and the next thing we know, it's been about a half an hour. We've had gusts of winds and verbal communications from the surroundings, and we've heard things. The thing we haven't heard is we haven't heard any of the wolf noises or weird noises. Just, weird creep things, but not those. And we're coming upon a clearing, and in that clearing we see oh, my chair's broken.
Oh no.
I'm not clearing to see a broken chair.
A driving truck.
Right?
You see a clearing quite devoid of trees, with a triple ring of stones in the middle, and the remnants of a less than a day old fire. But you can see that it is indeed well contained, as Oli mentioned it would be. And an extremely rudimentary structure made out of wood and mud and moss and whatever can be found in this forest to make a living structure out of. There's not a lot to it. People in this forest find they don't need a lot. The forest takes care of those who take care of it. Well, at least it used to.
Ah, yes.
I like this forest more and more. I knew from the start. I liked the spooky forest.
Well, as you're doing this, we don't see any bit of Oli around. So Helga asks Odina, could you get your tiny hut out, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Let's cast Tiny Hut.
The next thing, and as you're getting it out, the firelight in the middle lights.
Are we leaving footmarks yet? Or because we're in like a different space now, kind of.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't think so, but the fire is well lit. It's inviting. It's crackling merrily. Still no footprints, though.
Okay. Good to know.
Good. Good.
So
Well,
how
they
long does it
won't
take
be
the tiny
able
hut to get
tell
up?
Who was here?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, so you're casting for the tiny hut. And then 10 minutes passes, and the fire is cackling merrily. And we're all sort of standing around waiting for the hut to come up. And the hut goes, and it's kind of shoehorned in there a little bit next to the rocks and everything else, because it's not small. And 4 large stones slowly rise out of the earth around the fire. And they keep rising. So as soon as the tiny hut appeared, they started to rise. Coincidence? I'm not sure.
Oli is not back yet, or Oli is there?
No, but the rocks position themselves around the fire as if they're benches to sit on.
Don't sit on those.
And, you know, it's
The benches.
it's
are like,
inviting.
No.
And then all of a sudden you hear a voice go, sit.
Sit.
I said
2 voices went and said sit.
Are they inviting or are they demanding?
Sit.
Demanding. I'd say
Okay.
we should. Doesn't seem bad
I've
to me.
already said.
While you're doing this, I take
mean,
the 2 horses. I take the 2 horses and work them into the doorway of the hut because it's a little low. I'm like, come on, guys, come on. And I put the horses in the hut. So I said, okay, the horses are safe in the hut. So there we go. Horses are squared away. So Helga walks over with Chowder, and she goes, sit. And he goes, and then she goes, oh yeah. And she sits down next to him. So Helga and Chowder are sitting there just waiting to see what's going to happen. Is everybody else sitting?
Can I roll an investigation on mine?
Certainly. Roll away. What are you investigating?
I'm investigating the damn chair. And I want to see what's going on with it. I don't have a magic
You're
check.
investigating the what?
The chair, the rock
stones?
chair. Yeah, the stone.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, well, that was a waste of time. It was a 9.
It's a
Well,
rock.
wait, plus investigation is 5, so.
Still a rock, but a great size and shape to sit on. And for some reason, curiously warm.
Well, it's next to the fire.
Cozy.
It's like a hot stone. I think I'm going to do an investigation check on this before I park my keister.
So you're like looking around, looking at it, going.
Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
And you're sitting there. You're standing there, going, looking at it like this. You take out this little dice, and you take this dice and you throw
I
this
got a
dice
22 on that.
onto the chair to see what it says. The dice says 22.
Yes.
Again, it's a rock that's perfectly suited for your butt.
All right.
Just
I feel
the right
magnetically
size.
drawn
Actually,
to this rock, and
each
I put my
rock
butt
has
on the
been
rock.
tailor-made for every single person here, and they fit perfectly.
My dagger of
I'm not
warning.
suspicious.
Fondling dagger of warning.
You're finding the dagger of warning. There's nothing imminent looking to kill you.
It's very specific.
The rocks are very
My chair's
smooth
so
and
cozy,
comfortable.
guys. It's so nice. I'm like,
Yeah, the
I'm
rocks are
lounging
very
and already
smooth
sitting
and-
gay. I'm like,
They've been well used for sitting.
Do they have cup holders?
They have mug holders.
ooh, Stein holders.
Stein holders, yeah.
I'm
Ja,
put my cup.
das gilt. The Steins are
We
holding.
all grab our
Yes.
Steins.
Ja.
Yeah.
All
have
right.
the Steins.
You've sold me. I put away my reservations about
Come sit with us, Danny.
these rocks. I've forgotten that they've magically appeared. I'm like, whatever. It's a chair's a chair.
Well, they were there. They just positioned themselves into seats.
I mean, that doesn't make me feel less suspicious about them.
So you're all sitting around the fire. Do you want to hand out some beef jerky or something to chew on? Because I'm giving some treats to Chowder.
So, is it? I feel like I would have sat next to my chair. I probably wouldn't have sat in it. I'm still suspect.
So you're sort of like lotus position next to the chair.
Yeah.
Looking at the chair, going.
You're Russian squatting.
You sort of lean the chair and go. Sniff it a little bit.
Yeah.
Poke a few times.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with my shoes. No, I don't have to sit down.
Well, Helga's just chilling out, feeding Chowder some snacks and chewing on some beef jerky. And that jerky that we made a while ago, still good.
Still good. That's why we made jerky. It's brilliant.
I take out some snacks that were in the cooler next to the head.
As we're sitting there, materializing out of the fire is a large pot sitting on two stanchions in the ground. Wafting from that is a wonderful smell of venison and mushrooms and greens. It smells delicious. And below that on the ground, there are 5 bowls and one larger bowl with no spoon. The other ones have spoons. The larger bowl has no spoon.
Is that the Chowder?
Can't forget Chowder.
Is it Felmy or Jewel that has magic check?
I can detect magic.
Out of the fire. Can you detect magic?
Been waiting because someone was asking about that a long time ago and hasn't mentioned that once.
Mm-hmm.
I was being patient.
Okay. Does someone ever roll
I can
a
detect magic, but it is a spell slot and it only lasts 10 minutes. So I've been holding off until we're like near a dungeon with magic. But this is some pretty spooky shit.
That's
so
fair.
Does it seem spooky or kind of inviting? No.
I mean, I'm completely invited in, and I'm already sitting really comfortably, and I'm like, I think you guys are being paranoid. I love it here. This is like limestone. There's Mica Flex in this. It's beautiful.
As you guys are sitting there looking at the bowls, you lean in and you notice that writing is starting to occur on each bowl. And the writing is what I guess the creature thinks your names look like or spell out for each of you, including Chowder. And there's another one of the bowls has some writing on it, but you can't decipher what the name is.
I'm watching to see if spook fighting. Yes, that there's a very specific brand of person that is actually true for, though. Like there's this like kind of spooky that I'm like, actually, yes, I will.
Yeah, they're called the Munsters.
That's correct.
Correct. So I'm looking to Felmy to see how she interacts with this food, because they are fae and they kind of are the top of the food chain in terms of enchanted food. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna default to the expert here, and I'm like being very polite. Like I'm being a good guest, but not eating yet or like interacting with it. You're being urged to eat.
You hear a booming voice coming from the ground. It says to us to eat. Helga, not being shy, she just goes out, reaches for the large one, fills it full of stuff, and says, "You good boy," and hands it to Chowder.
Chowder.
Well, Chowder can pretty much eat anything, and if you didn't realize, Helga's not eating hers yet. There you go, Chowder. And Chowder just takes one sniff and just goes. So Chowder says it's good, and she takes a big scoop out of the bowl and fills her bowl full of that stuff and looks down and goes, "Oh, Jesus." Puts her bowl down, picks up the big bowl again, takes out some more for Chowder because he's a big boy. There you go, Chowder. There you eat some more. So Helga's like, "Okay, roast." She starts chowing down. She hasn't eaten anything all day. It's been 4 or 5 hours.
thought she was just eating jerky. Wasn't she just eating jerky?
He's a big
Chapter
person.
says-
I haven't eaten in like 20 minutes, you guys. It's been days in dwarf. That is breaths, entire breaths without food. I'm like
As
literally,
Helga
I'm over
goes
here
in
like
for,
this,
On to second breakfast.
seeing if Helga is now
11.
magically enchanted. I'm like, how you feeling, Helgi?
Helga's finished her first bowl, is going in
Yeah.
for seconds.
I think
She
we're
rolls
all
perception
we're all going.
because she perceives with a nice big 12 perception plus whatever. She says, "Do you all notice as the bowl, the pot is not depleting."
Yeah, it's the Fae. These are my people. You don't, I mean, you dance with us. You don't.
Never run out of food. I like this pot. I want one of these pots. I don't know how much the pot is. Can we get pots like this all over the place? I want one of these pots.
No, you can't.
Oh, darn.
It's
Okay,
Oli
thank you,
eating.
voice.
It's Oli.
Thank you,
No,
voice.
Oli is just a voice. So Oli is not eating.
I'm not eating.
There's no spectral Oli
Okay.
right now. So
I'm
There's
poking
no
at
Oli
it
at all.
to like try to not
There's
be
no,
rude,
there's
but
no
I'm not
Orly.
eating.
Yeah,
There's nothing. There's just a voice.
And your dog's on my chair.
like
I'm sorry.
Chowder.
It's all right. He don't know any better.
No, he don't. He's a really nice doggo, though. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking right now?
Into the firelight hulks a very tall person.
I go, wow, big friend. Hi there. Hi.
Standing over 7.5 feet tall. You see before you a bugbear
Ooh, I've always wanted to
with
be
a very
bugbear.
familiar looking staff.
Bugbear Orly.
Y'all enjoying the stew?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's a little
Good.
hot. I'm waiting for it to cool down.
I stir it. Angels can't eat food that's too hot.
To each their own. To each their own. Well, would somebody mind passing me that last bowl there with some stew in it? I'm quite famished myself.
Like, sure, hanging out some stew. Here you are, friend.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you for the food. Yeah,
She
I
slowly
appreciate it.
eats.
Oh, so where'd you get that there walking stick? You didn't take it off someone you might have eaten, did you?
You're awfully curious, aren't you?
Sure am.
You have no
That's how I got
idea.
into all the messes in my life. And I just go back to poking my stew.
I'm
like,
doing a perception check on the staff.
yes. Oh my god, that's great.
And I got a 20, but not a nat 20. And I'm looking to item match the curves and etchings on this staff to ones I've seen in my brain database. Previous experiences.
But it would be up to Orne if they want to tell you what you may have seen or may detect. It's their style.
You see lots of leaves and trees carved in surprisingly intricate detail into all the sides of the staff, coming up at the point to what looks like a very fine quartz point coming out of, well, you don't know how someone could possibly have created this because it looks like the quartz grew out of the staff itself and is held by a bunch of carved wooden trees.
I'm like, that's a cool staff.
That's a beautiful.
I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna eat this. Is cool. I'm like, that's yeah. And is it the same staff that Oli had, or can I tell? Has it changed? It's different.
They did mention that it was the same staff.
Well, they said it looked familiar. It looked familiar, right?
No, they said it was the same
Oh,
staff.
it's the same staff. Okay, so all right.
That leads us to believe that this would be Holy Bugbear.
Well,
Bugbear Oli?
Hey, Oli, is that your name? Do you still go by Oli?
That, my dear, is a complicated question and more complicated answer.
Oh, I love stories if you love to tell them.
Oli Ironmaw lived here once with his husband, whose name I just forgot. Silvaro Northwind. The player's memory is real bad. ADHD is great, y'all.
I think
Represent.
They lived here and they died here, protecting this forest from those who would harm it and those who live here. I was at the other side of the forest when this happened. And as, well, we don't get much in the way of bards out here, or much of other civilization. Not much use for that. I remember them the best way I can, by borrowing their faces, magically, not literally. That would be real weird. We don't. That's not. She clears her throat.
And I'm fascinated by death magic.
Anyway, my name is not Oli, nor is it Silvaro Northwind. She takes her hat, bows with a flourish because she thinks it's funny. Simo Key at your service.
Ooh.
And this is my woods.
Okay, Smoky.
To be here, Smokey. Thank you for having us.
Simo Key.
Simo Key.
There you go.
There
you go.
Can I say it with the twang and all?
I don't know.
If that's how you usually speak, then yes.
Not as my elven self.
Hold on, I have to get Hazel's doing something weird under the bed.
Oh no.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Hazel.
Don't be suspicious. Okay.
Oh, everyone look away.
Oh, look. What are you doing, Hazel? Just a moment.
One of the two of them is always doing something.
Yes, well, they're troublemakers. That's what happens when you have unruly familiars.
Benny's driving her nuts, so she's in an IKEA bin of spiriteds because
She got in the crevice.
Yep.
She's happy. I went down there and I was like, she looked at me like, what? I'm happy. I'm just gonna kick Benny out.
Yeah, no, she got in her crevice.
Nope.
She's
You
fine.
lost privileges. You gotta go. Sorry. No.
Busted.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I extinguish Benny's tiki torch. Very should off the island.
You hear a loud brrr from Chowder. Chowder enjoyed the food. Helga enjoyed the food.
I scratched Chowder's ears.
So, can you explain the enchanted cook pot?
What did you say?
Enchanted cook pot.
Too soon. I don't know. Call me crazy. I just noticed there's a bit of, I don't know, maybe just sleight of hand magic, but something going on with that cook pot.
Sometimes wizards leave behind very useful objects. Touches the rim of her hat, or you can see which of you can read Elvish.
I can.
You can see that down the front of her hat, in Elvish, it says Simo Key.
Nice. So an Elvish wizard relinquished that hat to you?
No, the wizard weren't Elvish. But he sure had this hat.
That hat just happens to have your name on it.
I embroidered my name there itself. The hat came to me from this wizard who met his unfortunate end after trying to burn down my forest again.
Good for you. I mean, stand your ground, defend your property.
Just now put together that I can only prevent forest fires. It is only I. Who can prevent forest fires?
There's
Only
no one
you.
else,
Now
Joel.
clicked.
Only
I
you
am
can
not
prevent
in it.
dungeon fires. Kill
That's
the
why I was
wizard
like-
first.
It's Smokey of the Woods. Like,
Smoky of the
It
Woods.
was that
Yeah.
was a slow burn. That
Yes.
got
Ah,
Which-
slow
Yes.
burn.
Simoki the bugbear.
good. Yes. It
Yeah,
was
the bugbear.
Simoki the bugbear. I can't talk today.
No, yes, you can.
You're doing amazing.
Crush.
You've given us like 3
Um,
accents already. Crushing it.
Or like
am
5 if you
So
count the
impressed
Simoki one.
because I heard
That's right.
Smokey and I
I
went,
do.
oh, they like to smoke.
We're like rolling a little something over here.
Yeah,
like,
like
no?
I'm like, oh, Smokey, all right, I see you, Smokey, and I'm like, oh, that smoke, that, I got it. See what you did there.
Now,
We got this. So I'm eating my soup now because I'm like, yeah, I'm satisfied. So there's still somebody. The only thing Jewel cares about is that there was someone who is doing wrong and might have bones. That's kind of my prerequisite for getting involved. And I'm, all right, cool.
there is still an evil blood master with his evil blood master bones that we need got
boy.
rid of.
Give them to me. Yeah, let's.
I can get you to the dungeon if you can get rid of him for me.
I would try my best.
It's okay. Whew, my whole screen went black for a second. It's okay. Well, I mean, I'll sure try. Oh, there we go, killing again.
Ryan is all
I'm gonna
I
get
ever
the
ask
bones
of
and
anybody. But
die.
so far, well, some have gotten close, but well, let's just say I remember them too.
Fair.
But unfortunately, they are no longer among the living. Stay out of the northeast corner of the forest. That's the ghost section. They prefer to be left to their peace and quiet, if at all possible.
Okay.
Pan's brain goes. I'm going. I literally.
Oh yeah, I was like,
not
oh, is that the
even, like,
restricted section of the
as-
library? Because I'm gonna go there as soon as class is done.
You can go there.
So
Just be
go
be
to
polite.
the ghost
Right.
section.
Just be polite. Be
polite.
respectful.
Okay, good.
Yes.
What do ghosts like anything in particular in tribute? Because like I know what the Fae like, but I don't know what the ghosts like.
These ghosts prefer a nice dwarven ale. Really,
Oh, that's excellent. Excellent. Do you have any on you?
I don't, but she might. Points at Helga.
Good. I'm sure we got some in the wagon. It's just good to know what'll get us some bargain purchase.
why do the ghosts like dwarven ale in particular?
I have tried to discern that. All they'll say is that time with the goblins.
Well, that's a good story.
I'm really not sure how they all know the same goblins. They've never explained it. Maybe you can learn more about that at some point, but they think it's very funny not to tell me about it.
Oh, it's inside joke lore. I get it.
But
You got it.
so
Oh my God.
We all have
These
those.
guys sound
tonight-
so fun.
tonight you may rest here at my fire in your remarkable hut. But tomorrow you must proceed to the dungeon. Because as much as we are granting you our hospitality right now, you can't stay here long term. You got to understand, deep in this dungeon, there is an altar to Malar. You know, the blood master's blood god of blood things. They use it to help control the queen of the dryads. Do you remember her name?
You?
Do you?
Ashai.
I'll say.
Hi.
I'll
Ashai.
say. I'll say.
I'll say.
Like I do say, but I say.
Like I do
I'll
say.
say.
I'll say. That's just like a berry I like.
The dungeon is 1 day's journey from here, so you'll want to start out at absolute first light as soon as it starts to get not completely dark. The oak trees that you see,
with lycanthropes is bad.
the oak trees you can see are the kin and guardians of the Queen of the Dryads and the guardians of this forest. Do them no harm, they will do you no harm. And if they can, they might protect you. Although they are trees, their abilities are limited at present. Free their queen, you may free them.
Oh, I like that.
And the
I like that a
forest
lot.
would be more likely to welcome you, should you desire to stay here long term, if you succeed in this task. Most importantly, ignite no flames, burn no wood, nor cloth, nor plants, nor anything or anyone that dwells here.
No
What about
We
the torches?
cannot.
What about our
No.
torches that we have when we're inside the dungeon?
No, we all have.
As long as you don't use them on anybody, use them for light, you douse them properly when you're done, that
Fire
I
safety.
can permit.
Fire safety.
Use them responsibly, or I
As
will
far as the
know.
dungeons, there are little red buckets with water in it, so it says "Put out torch here."
See,
If
you
not
make
up
that
to-
joke, but I did put buckets all throughout the dungeon that says "Put torch here."
Good.
I think I actually have a little.
Actually, it would be
Maybe
sand.
license
It would be
plate
sand buckets,
has your
not water
picture on it.
buckets.
Now, you may be wondering why the Queen of the Dryads was imprisoned.
Yes.
I cannot say.
Dang it.
She is the only one who can say. Her and her alone. I wish I could tell you.
Do you know of the curse that holds her?
I know of it.
Do you know how to break it?
Not precisely, but I suspect that it is tied to the very life force of the Blood Master. But honestly, I've not seen her, nor have I seen her prison directly. The innermost layers of the dungeon I have not ventured into. I would not ask any of my denizens of the forest to follow me there, and I am not powerful enough to go there on my own. I would come with you, but were I to perish, terrible things would happen to this forest, and I cannot allow that. But if you can vanquish the Blood Master, things will be much better for everyone, possibly up to and including his current minions, who I strongly suspect are not in his employ by choice.
Suspicious. Let's go save some indentured servants. Oh my god.
Right? This
Obviously.
is why I left.
It's a
heaven.
win-win. We're saving the forest. We're protecting the balance of nature. Literally, my life
The
calling,
word
y'all.
you're looking for, darling, is slaves.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
don't abide that here. We don't.
Well, I didn't want to assume. I figured, not by choice, but maybe they're getting paid. I don't know.
Who knows?
It sounded like a slave situation. I mean, with a blood lord.
You may be interested to know,
Doesn't sound
also,
good.
there is a price on the Bloodmaster's head and the destruction of the altar to Malar by the Queen of Vassilion.
We can turn in a whole handful
I'm
of
given to
heads.
understand that if you bring her his skull and the sigil bit of the altar, you will be handsomely rewarded.
The skull and the what now?
The sigil bit on the top of the altar. Very handsomely rewarded. It's very dangerous. But if you think you can do it, you won't have to work for a year, at least. Maybe longer. Or you could buy a small village, free a bunch more people from poverty, and...
Spread the
Sorry,
wealth.
where was I?
I perk up at this, but am still very hesitant. Very suspect, but interested.
I guess it would be if
about
we
how
go do this, it would be equal shares for the ones who. But what about you, Shimoki?
There
So-
is, I am told, a set of enchanted armor in the forest. Not the forest. This is the forest. The dungeon. The armor is of the forest. The forest made the
Oh,
armor.
you speak of forest armor enchanted
It
by the
was
druid's
mine.
head.
It
Oh,
was
it was
mine,
yours.
and they stole it. I want it back.
The back. Oh, yes.
These guys
Yes.
the worst.
It is enchanted ironwood. The strength of iron with the lightness of wood.
I am aware of this since I am a smith of the guild. I have heard of this frame of honor.
I would
I
like
will
it
look
back,
for it.
please.
It is
Any
within
other
my
treasure
power.
you find there, you may have. Do with what you will. As long as the Dryad Queen lets you. I don't actually know which things are hers and which things aren't, so
That's an excellent point. We do not want to be that guy who like charges in thinking we're saving the day and starts like trampling over artifacts and stealing shit that's not ours. That is not our style. Unless they're assholes, then it's totally our style. But these people sound great, and we will definitely be thoughtful.
I like the cut of your jib.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. It sounded really complimentary.
It is. It is.
Excellent. I'm just more and more excited every minute by this. From spook to soul mission. Am I right, team? Am I right?
Yes.
So that is very interesting.
Also,
I've
you
enjoyed
have
this.
brought me the best doggy visitor. Aren't you the best boy? The best boy. Actually, I
Chowder,
guess she's
Chowder
really
sees
tall
how
now,
big
so I
you
guess it's
are.
more
It
appropriate.
wasn't taken aback by the by your size. So when you start petting and playing with Chowder, Chowder sort of says, "Well, you're big," and Helga likes to play rough. So so he just starts to grapple with you and
Who's the best boy? Yeah, you're the best boy. You're so fierce. You're the fiercest. Yes, so fierce. Yes, good boy. This ends with belly rubs. Many, many belly rubs for the dog.
Anyone who realizes that the true champion of our team is Chowder is somebody who's absolutely instantly trustworthy. I am now horking down the stew happily. I'm like so stoked on our whole thing. I'm sitting in my like cozy stone. I'm like, this is the best, you guys. Can we come back
He's a
here?
very
After we like
good
totally.
boy.
And while you're doing that, and everybody's a little happy. Chowder goes,
Who's it go? Who's so vicious? Her. I roll back.
his hackles rise.
No. What?
And you hear in the woods that snuffling again.
Do the roar.
So Helga says, Ollie, are you familiar with this snuffling? Is it the vandals?
Anna, yes.
Do we have a way of getting rid of them without having to deal with them right now? Because
the werewolves will not come within the light of this fire.
Many miles to go before we sleep.
Nice.
They will not come within the light of this fire. They know that it will not end well for them.
Ah, good. And the horses are safe because they're close enough. All right, yes. Yeah. Chowder, you'll be quiet. Chowder walks back over to Orly.
You're a very good boy, Chowder. Very well spotted. You're the best boy.
Honestly, I've never wanted to brush a character more than I want to brush Chowder.
That's the realest feel.
Yes.
The realest.
So Helga's no longer a character, it's just Chowder the whole time. It's no longer Helga.
This is just the Chowder
Helga
show.
is Chowder's
Through
familiar.
Helga.
That's
It's
it.
just the Chowder show. It's just gotta show them all.
I, Shauna, the player, desperately wish to pet this dog.
Yes.
We all dream at night about petting the dog.
Right.
I will endeavor
he's got
to find a large
incredible
plushie
paws, like
to be Chowder
heavy
and have Chowder
paws.
here. Be
Fluffy
virtually petted by everybody.
This is an excellent
You
plan.
We gotta find a guest dog.
Where's Ghost?
have
Where's
guest
Ghost?
cats.
Ghost is almost.
Do you want me to
checked.
get the cats? I can get the cats. I have
I-
cats.
There you go. There's the Chowder.
Indian cats, I'm here for it.
He's gonna go
It's
way back
Dungeons
one
and
that way.
second. Let's see if
Cats and dogs.
Billy is sitting up
You
on
wanna
my
join,
board.
buddy? You want to participate?
I heard that you said my name.
Oh,
He just
Hello.
looked at you, or is that his head resting on something?
no, he's just looking at me.
Aww.
Oh, me, buddy.
Oh, his janky leg. Oh, sleep. I
Little
miss him
Bane.
so much.
Are you gonna get in your bed instead? Okay, he's getting in his bed.
What a good baby.
It's like, that's nice. Thanks for talking to me. Bye.
He's like, I am acknowledged.
No kitties.
Oh, that's all right.
sad.
Right.
My
I
dog's
own the
locked
voice.
out.
I don't have an accent like that.
Billy and Binks are missing in
Tired of
action.
me.
I scribbles. My dogs are small. Yes, pet breaks are literally the best. Or like when she's back on the top of the couch. There's I don't know in front of Baby Yoda. Hazy.
She's stuck back in.
Hi.
There she
I'm
is.
happy I kicked Benny out. Benny is in the living room and he's so mad right now. It's okay.
Okay, so we've eaten our fill. We all are enjoying ourselves. Any other news, Ore? Or Shmoki? Shimoki?
Simoki.
Simone, like
Simoki?
Simone, but you don't.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Stop talking.
Simone,
It's all
but
right.
Simoneki.
I recognize that the change in names can get very confusing. This is not the first time I have gone by the names of one of my departed friends. Oli and Silvaro, by the way, do reside currently in the ghost sector of the forest. You might meet them. You never know.
I was gonna ask about Oli because I think we might have already.
That was me.
Okay. Well, see, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to assume.
That was me.
Okay. Well,
No,
good.
just checking.
You know.
I call out Iris from the bone comb that lives in my hair behind my ear wings, and I'm like, hi, I have a ghost friend / adopted daughter.
That
Aw.
is really going to help us in the ghost terrain.
Yeah. So she is being temporarily attached to a bone object, just her soul. If you would you like a ceremony done where we attach Oli to an object for you and you could have his spirit with you? Or do you know anything about reattaching ghosts to their bodies?
I do not. The ghosts may know, but I suspect Oli would not like to be taken from his husband. For they have been reunited in the ghost sector all these 30 years.
Oh, ghost love.
Now,
You'll
Helga.
know Silvaro, he's the very tall centaur with the dappled flanks.
Oh.
Excellent. Look for.
So Helga, knowing that there's more things that need to be done other than just rescuing the Dryad Queen, sets down to business with Shimoki. Simoki. And we'll get it eventually.
It's all right.
And we have been on a journey. I must overthrow the guild, my father's kingdoms.
Yeah, sure.
And
the guild, you say? Which guild is this?
It's the Guild of the Storm Anvils. I am one of them. I am a unique personages. I have the power of the Storm Anvil within me, but it has been withheld from.
Sorry, your audio is cutting out. I mean, whenever you say the name of the guild, and I'm starting to suspect there is a conspiracy. Can you can you help me out?
I will say this again. That it's the Guild of the Storm Anvils. Storm Anvils.
Storm Anvils. Got it.
I'm doing this accent, and I'm sorry, the accent is kind of thick and.
All good. It's all good.
So, on that note, and my fathers, I have two of them. Although it is unknown to the kingdom that there are two fathers. The queen has passed when she gave birth to me, but I got the power of the Storm Anvil family, and they will only allow male heirs.
Well, that's mighty foolish of them.
It is. And I know that my power, for some reason, is much more than any previous heir. But they do not care.
They better get their heads on straight then, hadn't they?
So, yes. So I'm trying to garner help in any way I can for that. And once that is done, we must rid ourselves of the mind flare.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you meet anyone else in this forest who decides they would like to go with you, they may leave if they want to. They are welcome back at any time, as long as they are not maliciously intentioned to the forest.
You think that the werewolves are controlled by this blood master?
I know they
Yeah.
are. I know they are.
And they
Kill
can be
him and you'll
trusted.
free them.
So
As to whether any individual person can be trusted, that is entirely on their own shoulders. But I'm
you have
certain
to
that
get
some of
in
them at
with-
least are good people.
we have to get in without killing them and get rid of the blood master.
Is there anything about this fire at your campsite that we can enchant torches with, or some other device to carry this protection with us from the werewolves who are enchanted?
Like a lantern?
That would be a
I will have to consult with the fire. It's very, very picky.
I have a
About-
hooded lantern.
If you hand me your lantern, I will go ask it whether it will
We
go
have
with
the
you or
special
not.
lantern inside
You
my
can
tent.
ask it.
But the special lantern is back in the trailer, or the wagon.
Oh, I thought we grabbed everything.
I
I think we did. Yes, we did. Wait a minute.
Yes,
Hold
we
on.
didn't trust
Chowder,
anyone.
and Chowder comes over, and he has like 2 little bags on his back because he carries stuff too because he's humongous. And Helga digs through the bags and goes, yes. And she pulls out here it is.
Most excellent. Here,
Helga hands it to
give me
you.
the lantern. I go over to the fire.
Chowder does have.
You can't hear what I'm saying to the fire, but it doesn't sound like any language you've ever heard. It kind of sounds like fire crackling and
Hestia, come forth.
It's a bunch. It's a bunch of sounds that don't sound like words to you. And then you see a little figure. It's a flame. It kind of grows 2 little flamey legs. Just kind of hops out, jumps up and down a couple times. You see me go. It stomps its little foot. I open the lantern and it leaps inside, jumps up and down a couple of times, and settles down.
Woohoo!
This is the best day ever.
Close the door.
Blueberry Doughboy fire.
Awesome.
Take very good care of Calcifer.
Thank you. I knew we had Kelsifer.
It is up to him whether he wants to come back. We would always have him back, but sometimes little flames must go elsewhere to find their own calling in the world. And I'm not finished, though. Reach into my belt pouch.
Fine, Felmy. You
Reach
can
into my
control
belt
Calcifer.
pouch and pull out a very gently glowing green stone on a leather, like a leather strip of leather. I go over to Chowder and tie it around his neck. This is for you. Because though you are strong, you need to be stronger where you are going. As long as Chowder is wearing this amulet, he will have +1 to strength.
Yes. Oh my god.
He's already
You
at
are
+20 charisma.
a good and noble boy. Very good boy. The goodest of boys. And don't you ever forget it. Maybe you can teach those werewolves a thing or two about being good. Remember, we're not killing them. We're only killing the Blood Master. Stupid name. That name? Why that name of all names? It's not even that intimidating. Blood Master.
They
am
lose their
suspicious
names.
that the
They
Blood
lose their
Master
names when they
named
become blood
himself.
masters.
It's real embarrassing, is what it is.
It's like taser face. It's just stupid.
Have better sense.
Taserface.
Taser.
Who names themselves Taserface? That would have to be one of the
Chowder, cha-cha-cha, chow.
best parts of that entire movie. Too bad that Chris Pratt had to become a Pratt.
Yeah. True.
Well.
Now I want Chowder to have like a whole Chowder theme song.
Well,
canine
when we have
question,
enough
Jackie?
followers to do that, we'll let one of them do it.
It's Chowder.
Whoever can do that, they can do that.
Excellent. Someone write us a Chowder cha-cha. Yeah. And I want it in Spanish.
I recommend that you all
Chowder
get
in
rest
Spanish.
tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a very, very long day, and you will not be able to rest until after the dungeon.
So let me just make a quick rundown here. If you need to go in there, we need to incapacitate the werewolves. Now, I know that Silva does damage to them.
Well, we have Calcifer to help keep us.
You'll keep them away, but they could still shoot at us, you know.
Calcifer is but a very small spirit, and his influence will only cover one person at a time.
Ah, so about a 5-foot range.
He is very small, and he is doing his best.
Yeah, okay.
I'm very small.
Do we need to
trying
feed?
very hard.
Does he need to be fed?
I can feed him with my fire magic. I mean,
What?
I could feed him.
I will pretend I didn't hear that.
I definitely would never, ever,
I heard
ever
nothing.
practice anything other than
Sincerely, though,
the
I
cha-cha.
can tell you are not here to harm my forest.
Certainly not. Never.
And if you, for some reason, change your mind and you are, you will not have that mind to be changed for long.
Do that again.
Oh, fair. That's fair.
I don't
What is
know.
it? Knuckle cracking time? Now I gotta do it too, damn it.
She smiles very broadly, and you see all of her sharp teeth, and it is horrible.
Wow. That's quite a smile.
Why, thank you.
Christ, there was much
I do
my dear.
Jack Nicholson, because I'm like a creepy angel, so I go ahead and do that. You got to go further over. There you go.
Also, one very important note: do not mention my existence to any other bugbear you may meet. I am not speaking to any of them.
Oh.
Not my family in the city, the weirdest bugbears that ever did live.
Would you
Nor
call it a
any
bug
other
beef?
bugbear, nor any other bugbear who is nothing like my weird family, was absolutely rude and violent and not well-meaning at all. Please do not tell them that there is a bugbear living in these woods. You may tell them of a dwarf, or a centaur, or any number of lycanthropes, or halflings, or goblins, and she keeps listing off many, many other races. Do not tell them about humans or dragonborn. We don't take their kind here.
May I ask one last thing?
You may ask.
Are there guards or soldiers from the cities that may have been turned into lycanthropes?
I'm not very familiar with the ways of lycanthropes. It is possible. It is possible. I don't know how much memory people retain when they undergo such a transformation. But I also know not all lycanthropy is passed like a sickness. Some of it is by birth. And that, well, it's real important to not assume that a werewolf is automatically evil or automatically lost forever.
My goodness, I'm learning so much today, and I'm taking notes with sincerity, not with my normal smarm. Like, I'm just like, this is beautiful. I didn't know this, because little notes to Shmooky. I'm always looking for more information about the natural world, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is like what I'm here for. Like, our quest is very important, but go on.
Your characters are so endearing, and I, Shauna, the person, really enjoy them.
Okay. I'm like very important about like all the things that could kill us, but like, oh my god, tell me more about the lycanthropes. I didn't know it could be passed on through birth.
Poor guys. Don't worry.
Do you know what they like to eat?
I have lots of stuff about the lycanthropes for us. Don't worry.
It's like, oh good. It's like I've never thought about the lycanthropes through their eyes.
They are people just like anybody else, capable of being good or evil, doing constructive or destructive things.
Do they walk on 2 or 4 feet, or does it depend?
I believe it depends. All the ones I have met, it greatly varies.
Incredible. I cannot wait to learn about muscular structure. Beautiful, beautiful.
Perhaps hold off until...
On that note...
Wait, I need to shout out right there. Calling out Thelmy's earrings. Those are available on Oh, wait. I should be ready with this on
Where's the link?
Eminem.com. They are available there. They
I
Hey,
strongly
amazing.
recommend you go shopping there. I already did during the break. You should do that.
I
I was
Oh.
suspicious that you were
when I saw
the
that.
Shauna
I
we were
was
looking
is
for.
that Shauna?
Nice.
I was literally texting. Yeah, I was like,
I saw it.
Shauna.
Well, look, we
Can't
received
you
100 messages in Restream.
Possibly hit me. I was like, no, but they're shiny. I need them.
I also have the. Let me just pop this over my other hood. If you don't have pierced ears, I have the non-binary ones, and I have hooked them onto my hat, and I'm kind of obsessed with them being right here because, like, my ears, I've tried to pierce them, they close up every time. It's impossible. So, like
I've
you
also
can
been
put
clipping them onto
other
my
stuff.
mask. Like, so I just
Oh,
keep them on
okay.
my mask. I have lever back ones, so you can get them so that they are hooks, and they can clip them onto like zippers or anything. And you just like let me know and check out if you want the lever back. But like, I love that because then if I try to wear my earrings with a mask, then I take the mask off and they go boom, boom, and I'm like, ugh, great.
Yeah,
And every time with ADHD, I forget. So I'm like,
I hate the
Me too.
mask
Me too.
and
Me too.
headphones. It drives me nuts.
Yes.
I can't. When I use AirPods, they fall out. Autism
That's
things.
why I actually
also,
really
we have Odessi
Right.
being real quiet and doing some stitching down there. You want to flash us what you're working on?
It's literally going to be flashing.
oh my god, yes.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What is it?
I want that one.
Let me get the. I'll pull it up.
What we're going to do also is we're going to be wrapping up because we're all in bed now. We've gone to sleep. Just FYI, everyone
Right.
is following us. We're done now. We're all sleeping.
Yes, we're having a nap around the campfire as we discuss in our dreams.
My solution for the earring mask problem was I use the kind of masks that have the ties.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, what I do, so I measure it, well, not measure, but I adjust it by, so these particular ones have a wire, but they don't always have to. I tie it just enough right here so that it will stay there. And this is before I leave, so that way I can tie it up once I leave. And like I tie it back here, and then until I'm ready to go, I can just put it down like that, and my earrings are not at all involved in the process.
See, that's brilliant. I don't have any of the tie-around masks. I've only got the loops, brother.
Yeah,
Loops.
but you know what? I got ones that have the adjustable loops, and I have to say the improvement, like the ones that have the scrunchy thing on the back, and
I like
I went the entire year not having
It's so
that.
much better. Oh, it's so much better.
And I was like, oh my god, how have I been living?
Scribbles, my darling. I do them with hypoallergenic stainless steel or 0.925 sterling silver, depending on which earrings you buy. Or I actually do have 24 karat gold fill as well if you get a like warm color tone. But if there's any metals you're allergic to or anything like that, I'm adding it to my listing, so this will be later. But you can just tell me what metal you prefer, and then I'll just got you.
For a minute, I was like, "Where are my eyeballs?" They're right there.
I am hyperallergenic,
so
I can attest that Rage actually knows how to give me things that I'm not allergic to, which is like
I have super specific skin allergies.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I can't do normal stainless steel. I have to have specific stainless steel. So I buy food grade because most people can handle food
does
grade.
Oily, I'm sorry, does Shimoki
Simo.
More and more
It's
adjectives.
like, just put Sim in front of your name, or C.
Simoki.
Yeah, it's just like Sim. Okay.
Simoki. Okay. Anyway, do you have any parting words for us before we all go to sleep and crash for the night and wrap up this wonderful and awesome episode?
The best.
Hell yeah, Helga.
Hell yeah, Helga is her new fucking war cry, though. I'm sorry.
Helga.
Helga.
I'd say only this, as you all drift off to sleep, for the hopefully long and restful night before you have to go do the things. For the first time, I really legitimately have hope that this curse will be ended. May the gods go with you.
May your gods go with you too. I'm sure all the gods have forsaken me, but what a lovely thing to say.
I wouldn't necessarily count on that. There's a lot of them.
That's true.
Some of
actually.
them are real particular about what sorts of people they're looking for, and I'm sure there's at least one looking for someone just like you.
Well, that's true. There's a god out there yet. I just haven't found him yet.
There are many gods in the sea and the forest and the city.
Hot god in the city. See why I'm usually the bard?
I understand. I usually play a bard as well
My
when I'm
son
not
has
the other
landed.
one. But yeah.
All right. Back from Bend, Colorado.
We should let you get going then.
Yes, go and get that kiddo.
I wanted to, go ahead. Were you going to sign off live now and just do a wrap up or what?
I think we might stay in chat for a couple seconds. If you got to run, you can bounce. I'm gonna end the stream like not this very moment, but sure.
All right.
I'm happy to hang for a bit.
Yeah.
Cool, Shauna.
Yes.
On the talks. We'll see each other on the talks.
Thank you. Sure. Yes, I will see you on the TikTok.
I'm glad you had a lot of fun. This
was delightful.
Don't worry, Charter will stay on your lap for the rest of the show.
Feminem.com. We're gonna make you a baby chowder. I don't know how, but we're gonna send one with your package.
I love that you already thought about that. I'm literally already thinking about this.
I'm like,
oh shoot! I didn't click on all the tabs. I only clicked on the one tab. Shoot. Well, clearly I will have to shop again at some point.
Oh my goodness!
My arm. Ow! Ow!
And hopefully soon we'll have some Sissa Sus merch too.
Hell yeah!
We have you can get it on a shirt, but
yes,
I think the stickers are probably better. And also I have some other stuff up on there, but if you want to rep the Sissa Sus stuff, you can do that. Follow She Is the Weather on Twitter for Shauna's other campaign, which I'm like, wait, I want to see your other campaign because you're so amazing. Like, I'm like, wait, I want to watch that.
You can see all of the Twitter archives at the hashtag for Fistful of Mithril. We've been going for over a year. So there's a lot of silliness on there.
I love this because I actually need a new way to digest other people's D&D campaigns because I can't listen to the Adventure Zone like a 17th time.
Oh man, that's a huge mood. So something I'm really enjoying the D&D campaign that they're playing over on Katiosaurus and Haygood's podcast. It's called Katie and Eric's Infinite Quest for Attention. And they talk about ADHD, they talk about sex and kink, they talk about like money related stuff, but they also play D&D. They're delightful, and the DM is Katiosaurus' husband Chris, and he is phenomenal. The night that they were finishing a particular arc on the live, the entire live just went absolutely nuts. We just awesome. We lost our shit. Absolutely lost our shit. And he even read us the ending again because half of us were just going and missed half of it.
Yes. So my god, I
strongly recommend that podcast, both for the D&D content and for the rest of it. As well, we did.
Awesome.
As Anatha Bell says in the chat, Anne was also there. I believe Scribbles may have been there. I can't remember, but yeah, we all bawled. We're like, excuse me, I'm just watching you on TikTok live. How am I having these many feelings? How dare you make me feel this with my feelings?
How could you give me more?
Don't miss next week's episode when we go into the dungeon.
Yes,
Dungeon Crow.
I might actually still have next Tuesday free, in which case I might need to come back and watch you guys.
Sweet.
Come back with us.
To have you.
Hey, and like I said, if you want to play another character within the dungeon, well, actually, again, like I said, I would love to have Katie do. I really think she would be awesome as the queen. I
imagine she would. I suspect right now she probably has too much going on to do that.
Yeah.
However, we can talk offline about this after you have done your fetch quest that you need to go do.
Yes,
Oh
go
my
get the kiddo from the
I
freaking
don't want to
airport.
leave.
No, it's okay.
We have to
Look, we'll talk more later. It's cool. Like this
All
is
right,
this
all right.
is not the only
He's
time.
gonna he's
You all
like
have
watching
fun.
us right now, and he's like, "Come get me!
No, wait a minute.
I'm
He's not watching us, is
taxiing
he?
right now." No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know if he's watching.
He knows the link. He could be watching us.
What if he landed and he's watching this right now, and he's like,
Oh,
"Go,
that would
go."
Because like,
What are they
whoops.
doing?
All right, folks. This has been a wonderful
Thank you
night.
so
Thank you
much.
again,
Travel
Shauna.
safe,
Peace
guys.
out. Have a good
Yes.
one,
Love
and don't work
you.
too hard.
Drive safe.
Love you all.
Tell son happy birthday from all of us.
Bye.
I will definitely.
Yes.
So cute, so cute.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Gracious.
This
Oh
has
my
been so much
That
fun.
was so much fun. I'm buying stickers right now. Don't mind me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, you're so sweet.
I just
I'm
need.
all of you.
I need. There's a spot on my laptop. I have the sticker from the campaign that I just talked about, Katie and Eric's podcast campaign. That's called ADHD and D, by the way.
perfect.
I have
I need to
the
watch
logo
it.
from
He's
that right
so
here,
freaking
and so I need
amazing.
something else right here.
Yes.
Ow! Oh man, I just yanked my own headphones out of my ears.
That's
Whenever that happens.
Classic.
I'm adding stuff to my cart. Oh my gosh, y'all are freaking amazing. Seriously,
Oh my
like
god,
it's,
you guys are so sweet.
people are like,
I only
don't
have
know
straw
how
earrings
you-
up right now, but I'm gonna be listing a bunch more tomorrow too.
Yeah, we're gonna have
the
a
Twitter ones up
adathon.
there.
We have some stuff that we need to photograph and put up there too.
Yes.
And also, if y'all ever want like custom stuff, like all of us do freaking
Yeah.
custom work. So if
Custom
you
is
see
the
something and you're like,
usual.
can I just tweak this? Like literally hit us up. We're like, anytime someone wants to do a project, I'm like, let me run with it.
Is that a bunny?
Yep.
The light is a
Look.
little
Let
bat.
me make you big.
Oh, it's a
Let me make
bat.
you big.
It's a batty boy.
Here. Oh no, I just
Oh, no.
heard you.
Oh, no.
Here, make it big.
That's
It's
what we
a
wanted.
batty boy.
I love him.
I love it.
It's so cute.
I have
That's
And
good.
a little pin.
I have the door
But
right here,
yeah,
too.
no, like I do.
Oh yeah, and you know what? We should put your bags, your little bags.
yeah,
I got
I
a list of
literally-
Oh my
them.
god,
I
Stormy!
have
Ice
just
bags.
as
Oh my god!
ice bags.
Thank
Great.
you.
And I'm gonna send one to Mo. He's probably listening to us because we're still live, but I'm gonna send one to Mo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We have a care package going out to Mo. Now I'm super excited to like you or anybody that ordered stuff tonight. Like I'm literally so jazzed that you're hanging out with us that I'm like, you just gave me the reason to hook your package up so much. Like, I am literally that
seriously?
hype. Like I wish I was making it up, but I'm just like, oh yes, I get
No,
to.
I'm so mega hype right now. This is ridiculous. I am like hooking everyone up with free gifts.
Oh,
I had this is such a nice way to end the weird 2 days I have had in which work stole my night with my partner again.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Hate that.
I know.
I got all the
I
work
know,
done
too.
today, and I was like, "No, I have to be done by 4:30. We're not. I'm just. It's simply unacceptable for it to be anything else. It's not going to happen." So, yes.
Well, thank you for
We
spending your
appreciate it so
off
much.
time and your
Thank
free
you.
time with us. It has
you for
been
giving me a reason
so
to-
wonderful and like so uplifting and fun and quirky and like imagination sparking to have a new human in our crew. Just loving.
Just
Love it.
Love it. Everything you
Oh,
brought.
heckin' grateful.
I would be happy to come back sometimes. I can't do every Tuesday because that's Tuesday is
it's
like
hard.
the only night where I actually sometimes have a free night to give to someone.
Aw, that's
I think
perfect.
so all of our characters, we and we didn't like regale you with all the backstory because it's like all too much. But like
I love
all of our
backstory.
characters kind of have like not necessarily patron, but like we all have like connections with another thing. So we're sort of like you can not come and go. Like obviously we want to have the most people here as possible, but like we have written in ways to like, oh, you need to go talk to your god for the week, and
Right,
keep
like,
busy, or like little side quest stuff.
I have so many chronic illness issues too that like sometimes I feel like a jackass because I have to cancel like same day 2 hours
all
beforehand because I can't do
Yeah,
it. So we just have like oh no, my patron was like a shoop.
Mhm.
Patron's
Or like
"Oh,
I
mine
drank.
now."
Yep. Sorry, I'm on
Wow.
a god call.
Yeah, sorry, Emma. It's got call, bone call, got call.
Yep, the bone calls. So Mo made it that
Calcifer call.
now I have to. I'm obsessed with Calcifer. Like literally, there's like 5 things that I'm like, if I was better at drawing, I would draw this to the level that it deserves to be drawn. But like in my head, I was like, I want that. Like I want Calcifer. I want Chowder being just the cutest.
So here's also let's think about this through the future too. Because I want to do stickers that are not through Society 6. I want to do our vinyl cutting stickers, but like I want to have a tablet because I'm good at really crappy, hilarious, fast sketches. So I want to be like fast sketching the crap we come up with and then like have a sticker that night that's like laser cut out, you know? So just like a black or a colorful image, but it's just like Chowder as like a scribble emoticon. Like, wouldn't it be perfect?
Well, so that's the other thing too. Once we hit
it
dumped you out. I'm so sorry. I was trying to find the stickers. I didn't mean
no. I was like, it dumped you out.
No. That's what I figured, and I was waiting, and then I was like,
the internet was like, "Well, you're done." I'm like, "No, but I'm not."
You're like, no.
Please.
I
did my friends done.
So, let me get Society 6 before I get distracted. I need to find my stupid
Also
thing.
a mood. Cool. I have ordered 2 Sissisa stickers.
They have fanny packs that you can make, and I just think that it's the best thing in the world. Like, I really need to make some fanny packs and sell them because I'm just so obsessed with that idea of having
the fanny pack of holding.
Yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god!
You have to. You have to. I've been obsessed with fanny packs in D&D because, like, the so I went to go see the Good Boys live. I bought a Taz live thing for Comic-Con, and they surprised us. And for me, it was great. But a lot of mega fans were like, "Why aren't you gonna be the Good Boys that are the characters we care about?" They're like, "No, we're doing the Dadlands," and they were all dressed up as different, like, stereotyped dads. And they made their own game and they ran their own system. It was freaking brilliant.
The Dadlands is hilarious.
The Dadlands is so good. So I knew you know it, but it's so. I was at that show live when they were just like, "Okay, stick with us, y'all," and they just like walked out in their freaking dad outfits, and they all had fanny packs to hold their like stats and info on. I was like, God,
I think that this link should work. If that doesn't work, I will try and.
I will test it because I'm a QA tester.
I was like, I'm good
at my job.
Okay, so I need to move my stuff off of Society 6 because it's the other whatever the other one is better.
I'm trying to click in the wrong thing, I think.
Yep, this links out nicely.
Yay.
There we go.
Very easy,
it doesn't
very
look
clean
like
link.
It does.
There we go.
This is less. It's not. Why?
You can click on it from the Twitch window, but not from the Restream window for some reason.
Of course.
Okay.
The Restream window is like, nah.
I was able to click from the Restream window.
Well, then I got nothing.
I know.
Huh. Technology.
Yeah, their layout of the shop is like the most nightmare thing ever. Like people are like, I just want to browse like the different stuff that you have made on there, and I'm like, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't see it all on one page. Like, no, screw you. Oh, awesome, thank you. I'm so sorry. It took me 90 years to find the link, but I found it. We got it. Yeah. So yeah, we want to do some really fun. Oh yeah, if we get 50 followers on twitch.tv, then we can make emotes and people can sub and everything, and that's all super fun.
But that's why I can't sub.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm
just getting into Twitch.
That's why.
I don't think that you have to do 2 different purchases. I think that you can put everything in the cart and.
Yep, we've already had a purchase tonight where it was a couple different vendors and all linked together really easily and like lovely Shopify. Shout out to Shopify.
Yeah, Shopify is
made it real easy.
It's so great. And also, like, if anybody is interested in joining the Fem and Them Collective, hit us up on our socials because
hell yes,
y'all are probably some talented people. Show me some cool shit, and I'll be like, yeah,
uplifting them, good artists, good values.
It's art. I just don't have time to do art right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
I do, and I still am like, do it.
Down here right now.
Oh, society. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. No, Society 6.
Oh, yeah. It probably will be a different one. Annoyingly.
Sorry.
Forgot about that.
But you know what? What I can do? No, I can't. Never mind.
Probably for like some of your better selling stickers, we should just go in on what is it, like Sticker Mule or one of the nice sticker printing companies and just get like a small amount so we can sell them on the main page as well and have them be like extra nice quality.
Well,
But we'll have to vet and
we
see
gotta
which
get
ones
the-
sell a lot.
We just got to get the printer because then we can print that on the
That's what we
printer.
need. Yep.
Like that's honestly like we got to just do that because
That's the future.
it's the future.
Yeah.
We don't need to.
Yeah,
we don't need no company. No, I'm so sorry, Scribbles. We're working on it. We got to get it all under one. I do not have all of the technology. I have 70% of the technology.
I have 20% of the technology.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Baby
Like
If
steps.
we had the
Yeah.
makerspace, you know.
If we had a makerspace, then it would
I'm
be
looking
baller.
for your socials on your website,
Ah,
but the follow us space appears to be blank.
That's probably true.
that's great.
Um,
That
here.
checks out.
I'll drop it in the chat.
Okay, thanks.
This is my
It's like
this
everything by me is
easiest way to
delight
get
and
my
rage.
Right. Y'all out there living the art dream. The art life. I don't know if I'm gonna call it a dream. We're working on it. We're trying to make it a dream. It's hard. It's hard doing art.
It's
Okay.
dream light.
Dream.
It's hard doing art for money.
Yeah.
This
That's
is,
so much a
like, for
dream.
now, this is the easiest way. Get at me this way. If
Yep.
you want.
It won't let me
And-
type in the chat. Will you add delight and rage?
Yes.
Sick.
It won't let you type in the chat.
No.
I can't type in the chat on my site either.
There's no.
We can chat in
underscore
the private
right?
chat, but that's me. No underscore. So
I
we'll
have
have to
all
do
the
it-
technology. Yeah, I'm here watching as I drive. If not, oh my God, Mo!
Please
Mo!
don't die.
Please only use text to
don't
speech.
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't die. Don't crash.
Okay, I am now following you on there, Pan.
Yay. Yes, that is the easy thing to tell you.
Wait.
There's I think on Twitch I have more of them listed out. But yeah, I probably gotta go do that. I think that we need to make better feminine socials. Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm like, oh God, that's the next step. But I'm doing social stuff this week.
The
So
non-arts dream is or the arts non-dream is all the 85% of the shit that you have to do that's not art, like 15 different social media things and oh my God. Listing it's
I'm so tired of all the social media. And like people be like, I messaged you. And I'm like, on which of the 9 social medias did you message me?
Yeah, that's a mood.
Your hubs is getting into epoxy right now. What kind of epoxy stuff?
Ooh.
I love it. Kaya,
I just did an epoxy resin pour table for the first time in my life, and we were like, go big or go home. Do an entire freaking table. We ended up turning the plank into a coat rack instead of a table because of the way it was, but it was like a living edge. And I had never done like deep pour resin before. We definitely have. Actually, next week I'll feature the resin pour lump art. That's like $40 of failed set up too fast resin. It's just like a big chunk. My partner, who hoards absolutely nothing, is like, you're not throwing that out. That is the art that we suffered for on stage 1 of our multi-stage project because we collaborated. And I was like, that's actually fair. Thank you for following me, Scribbles. So yeah, resin pour art is no joke. I have so much respect for it, and I might never do it again. I'm just like, well, that's for Pan. That's not for me.
It's finicky as heck, but at the top of the epoxy ladder is making your own clickety clacks, and I'm almost there.
I want to make the clickety clacks.
The
I want to
problem
make the
is,
goblin noms.
once you start with resin stuff, you're like, well, now I need a vacuum chamber, and now I need a degasser, and now it's endless. And you're like, well, I have to have a garage to put the pressure chamber in, because if it explodes, then that's the house, like, and it goes really
Me
fast.
and my silversmithing torch. I'm like, I can have a butane torch in the house. I cannot have propane and oxygen in the house.
I think that's also part of ADHD brain, where like once you want to get
Disaster
into
brain?
a hobby, you're like, but if I'm gonna do this, I got to do it right. And let's
Yeah, you
go
gotta
to
do
the
it right and
logical
with all the
conclusion of the
tools.
end of this hobby as if I'm going to do it for more than 2 weeks. And like, no,
Mhm.
don't. Don't do that. Don't spend the money first.
Don't spend the money. I said, don't spend the money. Don't spend the money.
Kyle, what game did you get?
That's my new
she wants
that's
to do
my
whatever
like mantra.
tables,
Don't spend
but
the
starting with
money,
the
don't
incense
spend the
holders,
money.
yes. Page, book holds, bowls, ashtrays, etc. Unless you're gonna do the spinning, unless you're gonna like sand out bowls, I would start with like something very small, just so you get how to mix resin and how to not make it like not cure. And
Yes,
once
and
you get
also
over that,
scribbles.
then it's like
If he's never done it before, like for me, the biggest thing was choosing which kind of resin, and I could not pick Pan's Amazing Brain because the kinds of resin pour that they do is totally different from what I do because of the thickness. And if it's like more than a ½ inch thick, you have to get a whole different type of chemical resin to get a pour. So I have wonderful opinions based on the things that we did right and wrong about like table pour resin, and then Pan probably has great opinions about what's good for like jewelry resin. But man, I really like that map or mass or something like that. If you're gonna do a whole table, oh my god, it's expensive. That was really stressful.
And then the people that do
It was a gift for our mutual
pouring,
partners, so we were like worth it.
stuff. That's
Halfway
a whole
through, we're
other like epoxy. He is a trial by fire person.
That's
tell
what
him
we
wear
did.
a
I was
mask.
just like,
Wear a mask.
thank you.
Just
Wear a
that's,
mask.
that's all that matters. Just make sure you got ventilation. That's
Don't
a big
get
thing.
the cancer.
And
No
gloves.
cancer.
Gloves too. Yes, it can be dangerous to touch chemicals.
And hot. It gets weirdly hot.
Yeah.
It does.
You don't know
get
till it's
weirdly
too late.
hot.
I'm like, wow, chemistry. Wow.
It ripped my skin. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a burn. I got a real good burn. I was like,
You
huh,
know what?
Ow.
gotta
Ow.
take that seriously.
Knock on wood, I don't think I've ever gotten a burn. You know what? No, I have, but it's because I was using my torch to heat gun it because I am also a trial by literally fire person, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. I have a creme brulee torch. I'll just do it over. I won't touch it. I'll just hover the fire. No, that's not a good idea.
I just set up my new butane torch in the house so I can anneal and like properly silversmith, and I've been like,
He's in the garage. I tell him to wear gloves. You're like, look, he's out
so
there.
that's good. He's
As
out
long
there.
as it's in the garage, like
doing stuff.
you know, that can't affect the house too much.
Figure it out.
You're good. So should we've been on for just about 3 hours now. And I know the right half of the screen here are people who work a lot of hours, and I'll just talk forever. So I want to check in with them if y'all are good to call it for the
I'm
night.
chilling. Yeah.
I'm good.
Whatever.
I'm good. Whatever.
We got some cool people here, so I'm like, I'm
Yeah, we
fine to
do.
talk too.
We sure do.
So, well,
oh my goodness, we just got a new order, and this might be from Scribbles.
Y'all are.
I don't know Scribbles' real name, and I don't want to say it on air, but we just got an order, and I'm thinking it might be
blowing
Scribbles.
the F up tonight.
Oh my gosh! Another bell. Oh my goodness, you guys!
We're gonna
It's
have
so
to bring
much.
the swag next time.
We're
We're gonna have to bring it.
Y'all are getting so much swag. It's Scribbles is still. Oh my god, you guys! I love you all so much. You're so ridiculous. I'm like blushing.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I'm
thank
really
you for making
excited
my
for
whole
the-
night.
For the Lego-y pendant, because it's going to be a good like stem pendant.
Yes,
It's such a good
I
stem
literally
pendant.
try to make all of my jewelry like stem, like even when I'm not like this is a stem order, but like this is a stem pendant. Like I try to make it like that because even before like I knew anything about that, like one of my favorite stems was just like a little glass, like cheapy blown glass thing, and I would constantly play with it. And like,
I understand.
Do you know what I joined? So I'm a silversmith, and I just joined a group that is like about making kinetic stimulating like mechanisms within metalsmithing. Either to honor old-fashioned Victorian jewelry that had like multiple compartments that you could unlock, or because, and there's a new thing of like, well, okay, what if we simplify the old Victorian techniques and just make them into stem toys? What about that? And I was like, brilliant. So I just learned this whole amazing tutorial this weekend. about how to set a perfectly round like marble stone into a pendant backplate that's like open on the front and bottom, and how to tension set it so that you can still roll it. So you can like. I was like,
What? That's amazing.
I feel like I always see stones of pans that are like the most perfect stone ever, but it's perfectly spherical because it's a healing stone and it's not meant for jewelry. And I'm like, the energy of this is literally perfect, but I can't do anything with this other than put it on my table. So you can have that back. And I'm like,
yeah, and I don't like
everything
those like, have you seen those ones that are just spirals?
Right.
You stick a thing in there. Like, those don't do it for me.
No,
like,
it's not
at all.
It needs to be dynamic.
Cage. I don't want it in a cage.
But you know what? Okay, so if I had like way back, oh my God, this I don't even want to count the years. I was like a kid, and I had a pearl in a literal cage, like a gold literal cage thing, and that was okay, but it wasn't the cheesy spiral thing because those drive me bonkers. Scribbles, the chain on the starlight. The glow-in-the-dark starlight necklace, I think the chain is fine, but the clasp on it is like 50-50 on being
I can replace the clasp on yours. Pan and I are neighbors, so I can fix that. I can also put anything on a vegan or sustainably or ethically sourced leather cord, or on nylon or on silk. So I'm the queen of working with allergies and sensitivities. So if you like a pendant of pans, but like are worried about any of the connections, I also have Protected Clear, which is a protective food safe coating that goes over metals. So if you like it, want to just keep it as is, like
just put it in the notes. Be like, this is what I'm allergic to, or this is something that works totally fine.
Yeah, this is what we like and this is what we don't.
Figure it out. And like, we're not over flooded with orders. Like, I will get your message and we can like chat about it.
Precisely.
Like, I want to check and make sure this is fine. So like we can chat. And
yes, we'll take such good care of you.
Yes. Actually, you know what? My UV light's been on, so I think it's really bright. Hold on, let me get it.
Ooh. Show me the glow.
I like glowy things. And I haven't made jewelry in so long. I miss it. Well, so I just started doing chainmail.
I am learning chainmail too.
I'm not very good at it, and
same.
Yeah, I was really into it for a few weeks, and then I've since put it down. But mostly, ADHD is such a pain in the butt. So I got a really nice. I ordered 2 pairs of really nice pliers that were the ones that I needed, so my hands wouldn't be wrecked after doing the chainmail. But
Lindstrom. Yep.
Yeah, those. So Amazon sent me 1 pair and refunded me for the other. They're like, apparently the shop only had 1. So I ordered the other one from somewhere else. And then I lost the first one before the second one got here. In my dwelling somewhere.
That is so classic. It's ridiculous.
That's really cool, though. It kind of makes me think of the Necronauts
my
from
screen is like too bright.
Your screen is causing
all the way
down. Yeah, it's a moon. It's a moon.
So I really want to do chainmail because I want to turn the straw earrings that I do. So these are also made out of drinking straws that I cut into sustainable jewelry paillettes. But I want to do chainmail, so it's like a sleeve of it, or like a bam bracelet. I don't know. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, I ended up getting, I don't know where it is. I just got like this.
I need a brick stem toy.
It's so pretty.
It's so, the chain on this one is so long.
I
thought about buying that one. I thought about buying the moon and star pendant that was in the shop, and then I didn't, and now I'm like,
There might be, I have to check. There might be one that's not listed that's like
Scribbles is I guess it sounds like Scribbles is getting
it. Yeah!
Yay!
That's before I do get it.
Good.
I have seen so much cool chainmail stuff that like it's just the small pieces of chainmail where it's like not yay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Enjoy Scribbles.
They're going to homes. Like y'all have no idea.
If you end up making more of that moon and star combo, just like hit me up.
Yes,
because I
absolutely, and I can change the colors. Like we can do some cool stuff. It's real. I really. It's like so simple, but I really like it. Like it's big. I want to really eyeing. It's a give to Moon. Oh, y'all are this party of love. Like I am just all the serotonin. Literally.
See, yes, all the brain serotonin cookies. Thank you. We needed it.
Yes. Oh my god, I needed it today.
Seriously.
It wasn't even like a bad day or anything, but like
No, today was an ADHD chaos day. Like half of it was explosively perfect, and the other half was just like, what just happened?
I could not focus on anything at all. And I actually just came sat here for a while, and Anne was on Zoom just like silently with me for most of the day while we were both doing our respective work because I need a body double.
That sounds soothing.
That sounds so
soothing. Yeah, sometimes I do too. I'm just like, I just need someone to hold my hand, but like proverbially.
No, that's not selfish. No, seriously, like, yay. I am not upset. You should have the pretty glowy thing.
Have the pretty glowy thing.
Pretty glowy things for everybody who wants them.
That would be more.
I have more glow powder. We have the technology. That one have 100% of the technology.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all are into astrology, but we just went into post shadow Mercury retrograde. We are out of Mercury retrograde. There are no other planets retrograde for the long.
We made it through the shittiness into Pisces season.
9 weeks of not that. So like live your damn lives right now. Like do all the things like you take advantage of that and go in 95 directions. We haven't been able to do shit for like a year. Like now is the time.
Scribbles, you were not a distraction. You were a well-needed break and a friendly face.
Sometimes we need.
I don't think Scribbles could ever distract.
Some distraction. Like my brain needs like 10% distraction, and then I'm like, okay, I can focus. I just need like a little
yeah, I need something to fidget. I like that River was definitely doing some stitch work during the thing because I was snipping some straws.
I'm trying to upload
because it really helps.
It does. Like that's what I was saying. Where I'm like, it's not even that I'm like, oh, I'm making art. It's like I'm doing something with my hands to keep from going insane.
Actually, I talked to my therapist about this, who gave me this amazing gift where I was like, oh, I'm an artist in quarantine and I'm blocked, blah, 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 blah. And my therapist was like, no. Okay, then you're not making art this week. You're making meditation. Like, screw sitting down and meditating with your ADHD brain and all the brain racing thoughts. But the minute you start to do a thing, like small and meditative and repetitive, does the brain quiet a little? I'm like, uh-huh. And then she's like, okay, reframing. You're not making art. It's not important. We're meditating. If it doesn't look perfect, it's fine. You won't sell that piece. It's cool. You can go back and fix it. But just meditate with your art a little bit this week. And I was like, oh, I like that. And then I hyper-focused and made like 9 pairs of earrings.
So
I might have more of those joysticks because we just like
more joysticks.
2 controllers, and I am like, must smash for art. Like I am so excited. Let me just show y'all what River flash that stitch again.
Flash it. I'm obsessed with this one. Like I want to buy this one. This is the greatest.
Let me just show you This is, I've censored him. There's a censor.
Yes!
Ayo. This is the OG. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Like very specifically enjoy stitching medieval anything. Like I don't know why. It's just so much fun.
Delightful. That's delightful.
This is amazing because I'm obsessed with medieval like meme format.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. That's where I'm like, no, like this is the exact same sense of humor that we have now. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Baking is meditation is the best. But then you have so many baked goods and then you're like, well, now eating is my meditation.
What I've been doing is, so I've never really been super into like painting or watercolors or anything like that, but very specifically watercolors because I can just like leave it on my table. And as I'm like going and like wandering around my house during the day, I just like stop and I'll like throw some paint on a canvas and wander away. And it's like a flowing meditation.
That's brilliant.
Zero like accountability thing that I'm doing.
I gotta do that.
It's pretty fun.
It's got to be like that.
It's pretty fun.
That's how I try and do that with the iPad drawing, but I definitely get zoned into like, this is supposed to be a thing.
Yeah.
That's
that.
Like, I'm trying to make too much sense of it.
And it's
I will definitely let you know when the joysticks are coming back, because I want people. So like that one sat there forever, and someone finally got it, and I was like, I'm so like, you don't understand how happy I am that people are like, I like the joystick stim toy. Like, it's so hard to not feel like you want to make the thing perfect. Like, it's just
yeah.
It's so hard.
big Virgo brain energy.
Yeah.
So the way that Scribbles and Ann and I know each other is we are all moderators on Kadiosaurus's Discord.
Cool.
Specifically ADHD Discord. So if that's something you're interested in and you're not already there, please hit me up and we will get you hooked up.
Yes.
Like, it's a wonderful community, if I do say so myself.
That's amazing. And also, I've been making like dozens of ADHD memes in quarantine. So if y'all have a meme thread in that Discord,
we do. It's called Important Memes Only.
Oh, good, because I've got some OC for y'all.
Honestly, like, I just say
Neurodivergent babies.
Anybody that I tend to vibe with, I'm like, look, I'm sorry if you're not already diagnosed ADHD or like something. I have to tell you, maybe you should talk to your doctor, because if you're getting
I feel like a litmus test for ADHD and autism.
How I am. I'm like, either if you like me or I like you, one of us, where there's something.
If we vibe in, are you thinking what I'm thinking? 18 things at once?
Did I tell you what?
That's such a mood. Such a mood.
I talked to my doctor. I did. Like, I talked to my doctor and was like, okay, like, I'm kind of thinking like maybe accepting that this is a thing, right? And she's like, well, I don't really think that we need to like diagnose you, because like you're technically like functioning, like you're fine.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, but like I still have like a lot of these symptoms. And she's like, well, I don't know about the hyperactivity part. Like, are you moving around? And I'm like, I'm literally sitting on a Pilates ball with a effing like peddler under my desk. I'm constantly in motion. What are you talking about?
I just hate that whole, you have to have over motion to qualify.
Yeah,
like, no, you don't.
Hyperactivity is not just motion. Like,
give me a clicky pen, bitch. Okay.
Yeah, like
hyperactivity can also manifest by like lots of impulse buying.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Oh, I do a weird thing with my breath where I don't realize it, but I'm almost doing like tiny Lamaze breathing because it's a stim for me, and I'm playing with my breath, and then all of a sudden I feel kind of weird and nauseous or lightheaded, and I'm like, oh, right, I was doing that weird breath stim thing that's probably not good for me. Good.
What that is.
Cool.
I do that too.
Yeah, my therapist was like,
that's a good one.
Just do some breathing exercises a couple times a day. She's like, not because you shouldn't be stimming that way, but it just makes you aware of when you are, so you can choose to do it. I'm like, oh, that's good.
That's
yeah,
legit.
that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you weren't hyper focusing, but like you're like, I don't know, am I? You're like tapping on something, jumping on the ball. And you're like, no, I'm not hyper. It's fine.
Readjust
perpetually sitting.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm perpetually like in like motion with my tongue.
Yes. Oh my god.
Is that
so pretty?
That looks like it's got texture.
I like how we all immediately were like,
I
want to sing.
Goblin brain took over.
Yes, Goblin brain has taken over all of us.
Okay, so ADHD women who are interested in a lovely, supportive, safe community.
Yes.
It's a 13 and up server, so just be aware of that. We do have a few channels that are 18 and up, but it's mostly 13 and up. Cool. But it's a lovely, lovely, lovely community.
Cool.
And let me.
Excellent. I will show.
I'll get a link and send it to you in the chat, and then you can put it in the thingy.
Perfection.
If I can remember how technology works, I remember now.
I'm going to also join that as I put it in the chat.
Heck yeah!
All right, likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah. ADHD anxiety, comorbidity.
I know how it works. I do.
Represent. And PTSD. Why did they all rhyme? Oh my god.
CPTSD represent.
Yeah.
In the house.
We.
Not the house. It's like, no,
right, like what do we got? What do we got? Subjective units of distress. When do we want them? Not now.
what my lady told me was that she was like, I can't really say that you're ADHD because you have so much CPTSD that like I can't tell. Like I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And that's the real mood. I was like, there it is. It's like, yeah.
Rude.
You know what? I will take that
Rude.
one over. I don't know if you are BPD or autistic because that one is that one's just rude and like also negative.
That one's very rude.
However, the CPTSD and ADHD one, it just hits my funny bone. Like it's not funny, but I'm like, oh, I've lived that. And like it's.
Oh, and it's especially interesting because I've like always been ADHD, but the CT or CPTSD was like in the past, 5 years kind of thing. So it's like I can remember like before and after times, and I was like, oh, when you only had one brain maze. And then you were like, it's kind of like when you got the N64 and you're like, wow, it's like 3D, and then you got a PlayStation, you're like, wow, it's like really 3D.
Okay,
adding on another like neurodiverse brick, you're just like, wow,
Yeah,
got
I remember,
Yes.
Look at the graphics on that mental state. Wow.
I remember like Pan first started talking to me about it, and I was just like, no, I don't think I can't be ADHD because like I wasn't like this all the time. I would like when I was a kid, I remember being kind of normal, and I'm like, oh, that's because of CPTSD. It's the same.
Yeah. Oh, and they'll enhance each other.
You were like, no, I'm not ADHD, and I just went, okay, I won't say that like I was like, I hear you, and I was like, well, I was waiting for this moment.
Bum, bum, bum.
This
Phil
very
Collins starts
moment
to play in
right
the background.
now. Not in an I told you so, just in a just like, you see it? You got it.
I get it now.
In an embracing way. Like
It's
Phil
hard.
Collins.
It's hard. Okay. There was recently a fight on Facebook I was reading where people were like, you shouldn't say I'm so ADHD or I'm so OCD or whatever. And like, it's true. Like, and I'm not even like, there's a nuanced debate there. However, the thing that smacked me in the face was the amount of times I said I'm so ADHD that I was like, wait, I'm not joking. And that was the thing that made me go, oh my God, I'm ADHD, was the amount of times that I said, oh my God, I'm so ADHD. Like sometimes you kind of need that.
Yeah, it's helpful.
It's very helpful. And
I've helped so many people get a diagnosis because they're like, really? Yes, I literally just got the notification. That's why I was like, it's got us.
Like it helps with the frustration because
oh my God, you got some great stuff. You got the best.
Like,
sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. But it's like, it's the frustration behind it because there's the understanding of what I should be capable of doing. And then there's my brain just not doing it and then being real pissed about it. And so,
oh my God,
that part. And so being able to just say like, no, this is a thing. I just need to go like do something else and calm down is really helpful.
It did so much. I literally just, my dad hit me up on Telegram and was like, do you know anything about imposter syndrome? And I'm like, oh, let me tell you. And it's that specific part of ADHD where you have your, this is what I'm capable of brain. And then you have the toddler that's left in charge who does not do that. And you're like, but I'm doing this, but I'm not doing it because I know how good I could be. And other people who can do this thing are surely doing it that well. And I am not. So therefore, I am an imposter. And like, especially too, I also think that, you know how like we are just constantly trying to find the chemical fuel that we need to drive the car because we don't. We're like, here, what if I put sugar in the gas tank? Will that work? I think that imposter syndrome also gives us that like guilt anxiety fuel that is like the only thing that gets shit done.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. But like,
it's true though.
Imposter syndrome, so that we do stuff because we're like, if you were actually an artist, you would have done this by now. And it's like, don't yell at me, Dad.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
No, like,
okay, my therapist was like, all right, I'm gonna give you one you're gonna hate, and it's political, and we don't like to talk politics. But she's like, all right, anytime you get imposter syndrome, think about that a-hole out there, that Trump supporter who thinks they can And you don't think you can? All right. Who do you want at the finish line? I'm like, oh,
Right. Mm-hmm.
So just make your stuff. Just do your thing. I'm like,
Stop
like
being
someone
right.
with mediocrity out there is like, I am sure I can do the thing. And you with interest and care and introspection is like, I don't know. I don't know if I should even, let alone can. So
Why
just
you
do
call
it.
me
Am I
out like
responsible enough to take this action?
Because it's good for you. Brain biscuits. You take them, they're biscuits. You can have them tomorrow, maybe tonight. You know, but they're there. Also, are you snuggling a T-Rex? Because it looks like a T-Rex. Or a Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus.
What are you actually?
I love him. It's a Brachiosaurus, Lex. A
Brachiosaurus because shorter tail.
Yes, your notes are perfect.
Yes, her name is Vera, and Anne gave her to me because I love her.
Vera is my unintentional Starbucks name because this guy that used to like he was like my regular guy. He like didn't speak English very well, and that's what he thought my name was. And I was like, it's okay, I can be Vera.
Hi, Vera.
Oh, I already love them so much.
I loved it when people had fake Starbucks names.
Yes, this is Vera. She is the emotional support dinosaur that lives in my study, and then the one that lives in my room. Her name is Liv, after I just forgot her name. Oh, Dr. Olivia Octavius.
Octavius, yes!
Yes, her.
Fun fact, voiced by Catherine Hahn.
Say that again?
Fun fact, voiced by Catherine Hahn. Character actor, Catherine Hahn.
I did not. Did I know that? I did know that.
I just learned this. I was like,
I forgot that I knew that, but I did know that.
And I've loved Catherine Hahn ever since Parks and Rec, so I was just like,
Noise.
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Yes, dinosaurs. They're my favorite. Also, today I found on eBay the 3 dinosaur toys I had when I was a child, and I'm so delighted.
That is so great. I've never thought to look up like my childhood toys.
On eBay. I was like, that blew my mind. I got my sister a dupe of the DW that she had, like from Arthur, and she like didn't
rabbit
her the same toy, and I was like, does this not blow your mind that you have a second one now? Like, like you can go rough and tumble with the one. What are your favorite dinosaurs though? That's
long neck dinosaurs are my favorite.
Great choice.
Yeah. Although Ankylosaurus is a close second, and 2 out of the 3 dinosaurs that I reacquired today are Ankylosaurus toys I had when I was a child.
Yes. That's exquisite.
But honestly, yes, I have favorite dinosaurs, but also dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's a hard one for me because I'm like, oh my god, I love so many dinosaurs. It's hard to pick a favorite. Although my boyfriend just got me a Pachycephalosaurus card for Valentine's Day that says "Our love is banging," and I was like, "You just get me."
I love it.
Perfect.
Yes.
Beanie. Oh my god.
Yes. I usually name my dinosaurs after various, mostly fictional, female or non-binary scientists or engineers or doctors in science fiction. Occasionally a real one, but most of the time fictional.
Yes! Oh my god, yes. That was a perfect mood.
River, when Ghost had walked behind you, my brain thought that it was Benny.
When I said Ghost walked behind you, my brain went to Twin Peaks.
Because he's just a big Benny.
He is just a big Benny.
Molto bene.
So I can't get it on the camera, but like he's just staring into the mirror, but he's like staring up and like looking at me through the mirror.
Oh, cute.
Oh my gosh,
That's so cute.
I left my doggo out because she always pulls the cord and like knocks over my laptop, and I'm like, no, honey.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, I was like sitting here like something's looking at me, and I like turn around and he's like staring at me through the mirror. I'm just like,
long eye contact.
Did you address that doorway?
I just left it open.
I think that might be it. I think it's the corner. I think it's not so much the corner. I mean, the door as it is the corner, because it doesn't feel as the lights on behind it. Her house is very haunted.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like there's no do anything about it.
Pan used to sleep in this room for a little bit. and so
Oh,
has
it
some
was the
opinions
same
about
one.
it.
Oh, so you do know. I remember stories about this room. Holy shit.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is-
actually, though, my girlfriend's room is so haunted that quick backdrop. I have multiple partners, so if you've heard a lot of things, that's why. And many of them date each other. So if this story is a bit confusing, bear with me. But my partner of like 14 years, who is a scientist and believes in no spook and no supernatural, like him and I were hanging out with our girlfriend and painting her room and her closet, because the closet that she got had like psycho writing all over it. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. I mean like people writing like money, 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 money 1,000 times, and then like I can see into your heart, I can feel your blood and taste your soul, and then just like a scribbled cartoon, and then like things that were backwards, and like 17 different writings, right? So we're like, okay, we're gonna paint over that. So we're all painting over it, and she's like, I don't know, this whole place feels haunted, and my male partner's like, it's not, it's fine, we're painting. And then all of a sudden, words that were never there, that were textured, pop out of the wall that say "still here" as we're painting. And it's the same color as the paint. And I swear to God, like, because all three of us were there, I'm like, no. And our male partner, who does not believe in the spook, was like, nah.
You have never told me the story.
Fuck this. Nope, I got it. Like, we all had to like take a lap around the house, and we were like, this is the most haunted thing I've ever seen. And then we're painting over it, and like an hour later, only some of the words popped through the like 6 layers of primer and paint we put over it. But like a couple of them would just pop through, and we were like, okay, all right.
No,
Actually haunted. Like,
no.
truly haunted. Good.
That's more like cursed than haunted. Like,
So yeah, straight up, Dan was like, "That's not haunted. That's not a ghost. That's a curse. That is
Yeah,
old
that's-
magic." Like, I don't believe in ghosts, but that is some sort of like blood ritual. That's the blood lord right there.
that's everything.
Blood Master.
That's the blood master.
Blood master.
My tar, the blood master, lives in the closet of my girlfriend. Oops.
I've been trying to figure out how like my stuff on that bottom shelf keeps getting moved around, and like he just did it.
Oh, he just did it. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you about to tell me? Yeah,
No.
Your ghost is like sick. They're talking about the haunting.
As I have Ghost Adventures on in the background, yes. Okay,
We can literally watch something be like, woo. You're like, I'm pretty sure it's not haunted. Woo.
Like that's for me. I'm like, no, like it's just a place in the house. I hear some things sometimes, and then Pam's like, no, that's haunted.
Oh, that corner, that belongs to Billy. Who's Billy? Don't worry about it.
It's like, no,
Don't
during
look at the corner. What corner? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, during the
Billy's
session,
house.
when Papa Mo was talking about like, oh, there's like a thing breathing, I was like, he was just like, oh, Pam knows all about that.
Don't
forget the flashlight while running. Straight up. We should have brought flashlights into our D&D campaign. That would have really helped with the whole no fire thing. Just saying.
Well, but if you had, then you wouldn't have your little fire sprite.
We wouldn't have Casper.
I know. Oh,
Which is the best thing ever. So happy.
And before you said Calcifer, I'm like, this is Calcifer. And then you said it.
I was like, am I going to blatantly crib from Howl's Moving Castle? Yes, I am.
Like,
yep.
Look, I know that there are D&D campaigns where like you don't do that. And we try, because we're all ADHD. Like we try to like not constantly devolve into quotathons, but like it happens. And Calcifer is it's worth it. Like there's no way that's not worth it. Like
yeah, we sometimes get really silly in our campaigns. I know both of the campaigns I'm in have at least 2 ADHD, if not more, people in them. So
it's the only way to campaign.
Non-ADHD people are good at working. Okay,
I mean,
they're
I
not
have lots
interesting. We are the interesting. If
all
you're
of my
not a little
friends-
ADHD, I don't trust
think
your imagination.
all or most of my friends are almost all some form of neurodivergent or other, and that's one of the reasons that we get along.
Oh yeah,
That's right. Hell yes.
There's
All right,
there's
my
no
darlings.
derailing like an ADHD derailing. Like
There's no derailing like an ADHD railing. Stop.
Scribbles. So River is new to D&D, and so and I really like that our campaign is like a lot more story based. Like I don't love
Hyper mechanical.
yeah. Like yeah, it's okay. Like, I don't hate it, but like, I like that we have a fun and accessible campaign that way, because my brain cuts off after too much math, and then I did this, like, it's, you know, it's got to be fun. It's got to be fun for everybody.
It's gotta be fun.
Oh, by the way, I rolled really well on my stealth check. So I have my staff does pass. Was it pass without being seen? I can't remember what it's called right now. Anyway,
Excellent.
a spell that adds +10 to your stealth roll, and I rolled a 19, and I already had a +6, so I had a 35.
Oh my god!
Which is why you did not detect me.
You're like,
That's so funny.
You're like, you tried. You sure tried, but no. Sorry,
Nope,
you
didn't.
failed. You failed that roll.
Storm, we appreciate you so much. Scribbles, Anna.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you for hanging out after. Like, this has been seriously so fun.
This has been so much fun.
We needed this.
Yeah, we needed a little morale boost, a little fun, a little silliness.
I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
Some fresh blood. I like not quite as creepy, like that, but 10% less creepy.
You know what? I liked the spooky factor of the show tonight. I think that
I know. I want more.
Was so much
this
fun.
has been a very safe circle. I enjoyed it. I love you so much.
Typing to Mo, I was like, all right, so now the Earth should say this.
Aww.
I was wondering, like, how are they doing this? This is so
However,
good. The coordination.
It was originally intended to be in writing, not in sound, and I really enjoyed that change. That was not my idea. That was Papa Mo's idea, and I was like, that's great. I love it.
That was excellent.
It was perfect. All of it was perfectly executed.
It was really fun.
All right, my darlings. Well, I am going to be logging off here because I have to go do some more stuff with one of my partners and get a little bit of work done to help them out. So I am going to sign out, but I've had the best night with you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much to our amazing, wonderful, and perfect guest, Shauna.
Y'all are all wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
There's something about a good group of friends that, like, I'm like, y'all are all perfect. Your friendship makes me happy. Like, I'm just like, I love this. I adore this so much. Y'all just made this tonight.
Love Fest Circle forever.
Yeah, seriously. Like, just hugs all around. I wish that we were like at a show in a bathroom so we could all just like scream.
This is at a show in the bathroom, best friend vibes.
Yeah, this is absolutely. I love your shirt and like, oh my god, you're like, that's how I feel right now.
Exactly.
I'm not dying to go back to life. Okay.
Reminder, the places you can find me most are She Is the Weather on Twitter, and that's hang on. She Is the Weather on Twitter. That's No Moon Prism on Twitch, but I don't stream right now myself. I'm usually in other people's streams. And on TikTok at Moon Prism Power Mask Up. Like mask. Like
Moon Prism Power Mask Up. Yes.
Yeah, Moon Prism Power Mask Up.
The Discord link in the chat before I go.
Yes,
so
the ADHD Discord. Click that, and if you need help getting in, you can ping. Well, it'll give you directions. I'll also keep a lookout for new people because I'm sure we'll get a few new people all at once, and it can be a little confusing. So
yes, Discord, oh my god, Discord put me off for like the longest time. I cannot even. It's been so long.
It took me a very long time. Pan can attest because like it took them a long time, and then it took me much longer.
I still am like, I feel. I have VCR changing blinking lights problems with Discord. Like, I'm like, can the kids come? How do we make it stop saying 12?
But like, it's like Slack. Once my brain was like, no, this is just Slack.
I did the same thing. I was like, this is Slack, and I actually like the look of it and layout better. Oh, okay. My brain can handle this.
Plus, I recommend going easy on the adding roles and stuff, and feel free to mute lots of channels until you decide that you are interested in a particular channel, because we have a ton of channels. We have so many channels. So it's okay to mute a whole bunch. Oh my goodness, it's a puppy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's trying to get me to take him outside.
He's like, I have to fake poop so I can have dinner now.
Mother, please.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes, I know the prerequisites for dinner. I shall perform the ritual you require.
He's so exhausted. He just wants to go do his business and then like come back here so he can go to bed.
He's like, I know you're nocturnal, but I am not. I am Kanan.
Yeah.
I know I'm just gonna hyper focus on reading all of the channels one night. Like, we know how this goes.
We understand. We've all been there.
I
at least
appreciate
once.
the
It's true.
disclaimer. I do.
I
appreciate
keep
the
like
disclaimer.
moving away.
Oh my
from him.
god!
Like,
Oh, there are wow, 5 new people.
Oh my
Four just now. That's awesome.
Well, I'm the rage.
Yes.
I love it. All right.
All right. Yes,
So
everybody.
lovely.
I'm gonna
Okay,
end
with
it
all of you.
on Twitch here, and then we can
Perfect.
also say goodnight.
We love
Thank
you all.
to
Thank you for
everybody.
everything.
Y'all
Thank
are
you for your
so
orders.
amazing. We are so excited to get out orders to everybody now. Like, oh, I am so hyped. I'm so energized.
Yeah, everyone who ordered tonight is
10
getting
PM,
mega
and I'm
love
like,
and swag.
energy.
I know, right?
Wow. Bye, everybody.